Shut up and sit down.
See, we was rambling again there. Yeah,
we were. Yeah, you didn't give me what you gave me like literally a 3-second warning then.
Yeah, well, I was trying to shut you up so that I could get a word in.
he was the one talking.
Yeah, for a change. Hello, gang. Yes, it's Friday frolicking time with me, Festa 67's workshop, and him.
Hello,
the model making guru. I was just about to say your one-stop shop for all your don't forget, folks,
what? I was kind of thinking it.
Absolutely. Don't forget, folks, if you'd like to help me out by supporting the channel, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button below this or any of my other videos. Become a channel member. It all helps keep all of this content coming for you. Helps me pay for the StreamYard, and yeah, just keeps it all going. Most important people that matter are in the chat. So let's have a little looky-loo who's in. We got Connie in, saying hello. Hello, Connie. How you doing? The lovely Lynn Dipple is in tonight. Well, I got to catch up with Lynn yesterday in the Zoom, which was nice. Nice to see Lynn. Hello. Hello, darling. How you doing? The Bobbins is in. He says, Bobbins. Frolic time, he says, is here again. Always. Stefan Last is in, says hello, frolickers. The lovely Marcy is in, giving out the hugs. I shall issue them shortly, Marcy, once I've done the chat. PJ's in, says, evening, Colin, king of the Bluey car fettlers, suited it there. Gufforn, lord of the fluffy puffins. Fox, princess of the 9-hour airy stick wavers, and everyone in chat and the lurkers. Yeah, absolutely. Connie saying hello to Stefan and Marcy. Jeff Light is in, saying hello, Colin Fox and chat. Hello, Jeff. How you doing?
Hello.
Love to you and Maggie. Graham Robert is in, saying hello. Hello, Graham. How are you? Who else have we got in? James is in, saying hello to Lynn.
James.
PJ says hello to Maggie and Jeff. Steve is in, saying hello. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hello.
Marcy saying hello to Fox with an hug. Lynn is saying hi to Steve. So, yes.
Yay.
Welcome back to a bit more of the Friday painting of the Bluey cars.
It's still going on. It's still going.
Absolutely. Oh, Fox will drag this out for at least another 6 months. I reckon I've got another couple of weeks yet. I've got a base to do. So
I take my time with these things.
Absolutely. But yeah, I shall get as far as I can before boredom steps in, and then I'll start something else and come back to it. But
you know me, I'll probably get bored before I finish it, and then,
Absolutely, mate. So there you go. That's my duty done. I've hugged the lovely Marcy, although there was a slight delay, so I might still be in the doghouse.
You never know.
So what are we
in the doghouse, though, anyway?
Absolutely. What are we up to tonight, mate? First things first, how's you and how's Mum?
All good and fine and dandy. My mum decided to go to bed literally about 10 minutes before we started, so
absolutely
shuffling off of mum off to bed.
Yeah, I have never seen him get his mum to bed so quick, poor thing.
I'm going to bed. Right, bye, go on. Bang.
She went to bed quicker than what I throw James under the bus. That's saying something.
Yeah, literally seconds. Yeah, we're all fine. We're all fine tonight.
Good.
Tonight I'll be hopefully finishing the interior, so then I can start on the exterior next time.
Oh, happy days.
Well, I might even get to the exterior tonight. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm just doing some dry brushing, some detailing. I want to dry brush and highlight all my welds. Just see how I go, really. Bits of this, bits of that, and a
little bit of this, a little bit of that. Boy.
So that's what I'm going to be up to tonight.
Cool.
Steve says, got started yesterday, Cole, on the conversion of the Revell Land Rover to a Defender 90 with the C1 trans kit. Oh, mate, bung some photos in my gallery, mate, and I'll pimp that on the Sunday show, mate. See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there. It was very good.
That was, wasn't it?
It was very, very good. I'm just going to put some bits in things.
So yeah, and my bench is getting more and more cluttered. But my reasoning is I've got all of this stuff on there for what I'm doing tonight. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
I'm sticking with that because you're made out of glue. That doesn't really work.
Made out of bum.
Made out of fat. I don't know. Right, I've changed my mind. What I'm going to do first is see if I can fill in the wheels and the spare wheel with plastic card.
I filled my wheel in. It's done. Look at it.
Well, I'll definitely do this one. This one, I don't know about that. Yours is all. I don't know about the actual wheels, because that seems more like a pain in the bum. But
yeah,
we'll get the spare wheel done first.
It worked really well. I was quite proud of myself for that.
Yeah. I'm just going to use good old-fashioned plastic card, which won't stick, job. And then I'll regret.
Yeah, that Bluey plastic is a very special kind of plastic, isn't it?
Special.
It don't like anything been applied to it, basically.
No, it likes nothing. Right, where's me pencil? Pens, there it is.
Jamie Bones says, what's everyone's fault on the new Airfix Sea King? Not physically seen one yet, mate, but I've heard good things about it, so...
Yeah. Not my wheelhouse, but I'm sure it's good.
Other than that, I really don't know, mate, because I've not physically held one or had a looky-loo in the box, mate. But
is it actually out yet? I know Immortals have got it on pre-order, but
has anyone physically seen one yet or got one? Bound to be someone that's managed to sneak one, I would have thought.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Probably got it on pre-release or something like that.
Yep.
If you can let me know in the chat that all the other videos coming through all right and all, that would be nice.
Audio and video.
See what we did there.
Do you see what I did there?
I did.
Were you most impressed?
I was for a moment. Not for a long time, but for a moment.
Damn it, for a moment.
Yeah. So don't forget, belly, bench and beverage, folks. What's on the bench? What is in your belly? What is your beverage of choice?
Yeah.
Also, if you made any purchases this week that you may think we would be interested in.
And if you're a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Yeah, where would you be from? Barking. See what I did?
Ah! I see what you did there.
Yeah, what would your name be? Russell.
Wow, that looks terrible.
I'll stop now. Lynn says, well, video and audio looks great. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you very much. Right, well, that was a complete waste of time.
Did it not work, dear?
No, I made a complete mess of that.
What you like?
But then again...
You had one job.
Well, the thing is, it's only going to be seen the top half. It doesn't matter about the bottom half, really.
PJ belly, cold beef ash, bench, 16th Fujami Testarossa, and a T64 tank, and a beverage, large vodka and tonic. Oh, nice.
Ooh. Very civilised.
Certainly is. I had vodka for donkey's years.
Oh, I could never drink vodka, mate.
Yeah.
Gin and tonic, yeah, absolutely, yes. G&T was something I only discovered in recent years.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years.
Yeah, my mum used to do a lot of table dancing when she had vodka and tonics, bless her. Proper drunk out of her tree. But, oh, God, she's up on the table.
She's off again.
Yeah, she's off. ABBA's on. Oh, God. Yeah. Lynn says belly, barbecue, tuned fish, sarnie, barbecue Pringles and water, and the bench is the 72nd transporter. Good girl. Marcy says bench, lots of stuff. Bobbins, belly, bolognese and pasta. Beverage, coffee, bench is a bit empty. Steve's bought a trumpeter P132nd P47 with a few aftermarket bits. Nice one.
Cool.
Marcy says a big glass of water and some ham and bean soup with a nice buttery roll.
Ooh.
Jamie says a few YouTubers have already started building it and it looks a good kit. Yeah, a lot of them get it on pre-release, pre-order or whatever as reviewers, mate. So, yeah.
Yeah. Airfix will do them a solid.
You know, they sort of see them as influencers, so they ship it through pre-order, so to speak. So,
yeah,
lucky them at the end of the day.
Yeah, I should say so.
Because they get the bandwagon very promptly by getting their videos straight out there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the way it works.
And I am just deftly going along and dry brushing the edges with a bit of Grey Knight's Steel. There you go.
Ooh.
In case people are wondering what I'm using. And I'm just doing the leading edges. Where the sun might be glistening.
Glistening, you say? That's a good word. I like that word.
Yeah.
Do you like a nice glisten, do you?
Yeah, like it to glisten, mate, don't we?
Yeah.
That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Steve's got to go. He says he's up early in the morning. No worries, Steve. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hi, mate.
Yep.
Always lovely to see you, mate. It don't matter how long you're in, mate. You do what you've got to do, mate. Always nice to see folk.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'm already bored now. Trying to do this wheel cover thing.
Yeah, Lynn says, Colin, she says, your Bluey car looks great. Yes, it is getting there, Lynn, very slowly.
Slowly but surely.
It started life as a children's toy, and I've kind of destroyed it.
It will not end its life as a children's toy, however, it should be pointed out. Most assuredly will not.
Poor little thing.
Mm.
I did start to feel sorry for it at one point, but it didn't last very long.
No.
But yeah, it is a strange little thing. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah. You either love it or you love it. I hate it.
Yeah, it's a Marmite build, this one.
Mm-hmm. You either love it or you're just cold and dead inside. I mean, you hate it.
Yeah.
One of the two.
That's one of them, isn't it?
You're one of them.
At the end of the day, mate, it's thinking it's only a bit of plastic.
Yep. Right, I'm officially bored now. I'm giving up on that.
Oh, dear.
It's not too much like hard work. Well, I haven't got a proper circle-y, compassy thing to draw proper circles with, so it's like,
I thought you had the same one as me.
No, I've got a circle cutter, but it's useless, and I can't use it. But I haven't even got a set of compasses. I need to get one. I might try that again some other time when I've got the correct equipment. I was just trying to sort of wing it and freehand it, but it's clearly a bad idea. I'll do that some other time. It's not like it's pressing urgent or anything. It was worth a try. I can do little freehands because you can trim it down, but that's just far too big.
Yeah.
To wing it. I shall acquire some tools of the circle drawing.
Was that your dynamic moment for the night, was it?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm like, you know what? It's just gonna be throwing bad after worse.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway,
going a bit Pete Tong, was it?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't doing what I thought it would do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try something and you think, no, that's just not going to work. There's no point wasting time. You've not got the right tools available.
You're made of tools.
You're just ridiculous.
I like being ridiculous, though.
I've got an itch right on the top of my shoulder blade and I can't get to it.
I'm going to see a doctor about that, mate.
Yep. Graham McRobert says, belly, chicken and bacon pasta and bench, Fujimi 124th Lamborghini Murcielago.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Very suave, Graham.
Oh. Have you had your belly yet? Or is that later?
Yeah, I had fish cakes, chips and peas tonight.
Chips can't beat
peas.
Oh, excuse you. You can't beat peas, can you, Cole?
I like peas.
You like peas? Do you like peas?
I like peas, yeah.
I thought you might like peas.
I really, really, really like peas.
You seem like a peas guy to me.
Yeah, they're very appeasing. You see that bubble up my nose? Oh dear. Right, we're going to hell.
Yep. Right, what colour was I going to do? I was going to do a colour, and the colour I was going to do was... I don't know. Have I got any more Dark Reaper, or is that the only one I've got?
Dark Reaper.
Dark Reaper. Just, I don't want to use it all.
Is it very grim? Wayne is in. He says, hello, chap. Been busy working and unable to chat. But he's watching with great interest on the progress on the Bluey cart and Fox cutting circles out of plastic card. Happy days.
Yeah, I gave up. It was
John Alec is in. He says, hello, friends. Hello,
hey,
John. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you. I see you nice and all of that.
Nice
so,
to see
yeah.
you.
These Bluey cars are a bit strange, Wayne.
Yeah, we love them though. Can't go wrong with a Bluey car.
Absolutely. Certainly can't.
Right. You know what time it is? It's dry brushing time. Always dry brushing time.
There you go. Get in there.
Let's see how this goes with a big brush. Big brush.
Not the small brush, the big brush.
Big brush. Oh yeah, belly for me tonight was sausage and chip shop gravy.
Oh,
with
nice.
big fluffy chicken balls. Because my local chippy does big fluffy chicken balls.
See, there was a pun there, but I didn't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Think of the children.
Yeah, that was it. I was like, yeah. I looked at the post-it and was very well behaved.
They're actually chicken nuggets, but they're actually just chunks of chicken, which means they're really nice. And they're really sweet for some reason as well.
Yeah. Everyone's saying hello to Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Wayne.
He's been very, very busy as Wayne. Mm-hmm. Hope you're keeping well, mate.
Do you think Wayne liked peas?
Yeah, I reckon he would. Yeah.
Give us your thoughts about peas, guys and girls, in chat. What are your thoughts on peas? Discuss.
Yeah, do you like peas?
Tell us about peas and what they mean to you.
Yeah, we really are that sad.
Mm-hmm. This is not going according to plan.
Why is that, mate?
I don't know. Dark Reaper doesn't seem to want to dry brush.
Really?
Pretty well.
Does it need thinning down, perhaps?
No, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to want to come off the brush and onto the model. It's very weird.
Oh.
Maybe it's too close to the... Well, I've gone over it with normal before, I don't know.
Let's take my little orc man out, stop him rattling around. Slap him over there for a minute. There you go.
I just misheard you and thought you said, I'll just take my little old man out. And I'm like, wait, what?
That has a totally different meaning down here.
Yeah, I'm thinking, wait, what? No, wait, what? No.
Yeah.
It's not something we want to have involved.
Yeah.
Okay, this car's going to look a lot more grubby on the inside than it actually is. I think. It's a rat rod, but not on the inside. In my real car, anyway. This one.
It's when you do all of that that you realise once the interior's in. Yeah.
Yep.
I went to all that effort of doing the diamond plate. Yeah.
And nobody will ever know.
Exactly. You can't see any of it, but I know it's there.
Yep, that's the whole thing about modelers. Somebody put a comment on one of my perfect grade Falcon videos the other day.
Yeah.
I think it was a Falcon, saying something about along the lines of, and then you put the cockpit thing on and you can't see any of it. And I said, but you see, I know where it's there.
Yeah.
I said, it's like when you paint a cockpit in a plane and then you put the canopy on and you can't see anything through the canopy because it's all weird,
Yeah.
you still know it's there. It's a matter of pride, my friend.
Absolutely, it certainly
And
is.
he's like, yeah, I'll give you that. I said, good.
I suppose they've been getting views now that it's getting re-released.
Oh, no, this was the perfect grade Bandai Falcon.
Oh,
this
right,
one.
yeah. Oh, not your 6 episodes then.
No. Yes, Fan Home are going to be releasing. Fan Home are taking over the big Partworks Millennium Falcon. It's in pre-order at the minute. So if you want one, go to fanhome.com.
You're getting it.
Me now. Got the space or time. I'd like to, but I don't have the time free or the space to either build it or store it, sadly. .1/8 scale car I can just about do on this bench. But the X-Wing's a struggle. But the Falcon, no.
Yeah, not a chance, is there?
I don't know how, I don't know how Chris did his on his tiny little bench with his like foot square area. Mind you, he didn't really film a lot of it. He just kind of did it. So
Yeah, he just did it and then did little updates, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you stay over there.
Okay, I'll stay over here. Little History is in, says Morning Little History, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well.
On it.
Yeah. Don't forget, folks, be streaming on Sunday, doing a bit of gallery, a bit of bench again. So get some work in on the gallery and I will show it on the live show, 2 p.m. on UK time.
Yeah. On this Bat channel.
Yeah, be there or be forever square.
Be there or be forever in the wrong place at the wrong time. I apologise, this is quite loud.
It's all right, Dave, no worries.
All I'm doing is dry brushing. But the plastic cars are up above, off like, it's got like a sound box behind it because it's raised above the flat surface.
Little History says, Colin, what is that amazing wagon? Right. It is.
I'll let you do the screen share this time.
Yeah, it's the Bluey car. Yeah, let's just put me paintbrush in some water because I've literally just put paint on it and it'll dry out. This is was a children's toy. Fox has got the original on his bench.
It's well in bits.
Yeah, you've got a picture of it somewhere that I haven't, but...
Or I could go and get the unopened one if I can find it.
Yeah, it's basically a child's... It's basically it's basically a child's toy. And I've chopped the roof down, I've put big wheels on it, a chassis, a turret, loads of Volks, and just basically kit bashed the bejesus out of it. These were some surfboards that I've chopped to make spikes out of. There's 3D printed stuff on there. Wheels and a chassis, a grille. Loads of Volks in there doing the appropriate I-turning left signals. You've got a guy at the back there throwing squigs at people through a squig gun. You've got a double Gatling gun in the back there. So, yeah, it's one of those. You've got sponsors on the sides with big las cannons and a moving turret. Boomsticks. Get hold of that. So that's what it is.
And that's what it started out as.
Yeah, and that is what it started out as. Yeah.
The Healer family four-wheel drive.
There you go. It went from that to that.
Yep.
And, yeah, welcome to getting inside the head of Festa.
Yeah. I'm working on the same thing, but I'm doing mine as... I'm just painting mine like my car, which is like a Rat Rod Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
So I've made a little Fox character out of one of the figures. Completely custom, did the head and stuff and painted it. And mine will just be a paint job rather than an epic build.
I got a little bit carried away, I'm afraid.
You?
Yeah, Little History says Greeballs, he says epic. He says, amazing, sir. He said, that is brilliant. Thank you very much for the feedback. really does mean a lot. Because I am my own biggest critic. I freely admit that.
Yeah.
As most people face palm me in the hangout because I always bemoan my work.
Colin is a fantastic kind of just like activate child mode and just stick things into other things and it comes out great.
Yeah.
He's got that great kind of creative mind. I don't have such things.
I'm a 5-year-old child at heart. And literally, when Fox sent me a picture of it, the image that come up in my head was that. A chopped down Humvee. So then I literally had to go, right, how do I make that kid's toy into what I've just seen in my head? So.
Look at that. That's coming off already, look.
And that, for me, is the challenge. So, yeah, hopefully, like you say, you know, people are liking it. They're seeing that you can create a silk purse from a sales here.
Hey, I think the Bluey car's quite good, actually, when you get it out the box. It's not sales here.
Yeah, it's different.
Silk purse from a different silk purse, let's say.
Yeah, well, if you want to be picky, but, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't call the Bluey car a sales here. It's
I
quite elegant in its own way.
Maybe you're a Bluey fan. I'm not, am I, really?
Well, yeah, that's true. You would be if you watched it. You'd fall in love with it.
Nah, I don't think I will.
I bet you would.
Doubt that.
You would.
I doubt that.
I know you well enough.
Yeah, of course you do. This is how it'll go on. Bobbin says it needs a bright pink squig attached to the front grille. I was thinking of having a spread-eagled grot impaled on some of the spikes. So watch this space. There may be something gets added. That'd
be good.
So, because this is how it goes with me. Just when I think I'm getting to the end, it'll be, add this, add that. Or Fox comes up with those immortal lines. You know what it needs.
Oh, yeah. This is when your models get things. Yeah, this is when your models get like rope bridges and like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of them.
I do scratch building by proxy. I have a great idea and get Festa to do it.
Yeah. Lynn says, raggy. Yes, there is a bit of raggy in there, Lynn. There's a bit under the bonnet and there's a bit in the turret. And there's also... Oh, no, that's on the Bane blade, the raggy pennant. I'm yet to put the raggy pennant on the aerial on the turret. But there will be a raggy pennant going just on there.
Yes, has to be a bit of raggy.
Absolutely. Always a bit of raggy.
That's what we like.
Yeah, and that is me moving the Bluey car, by the way. I just want to clarify that.
Oh, okay. You mean it's not alive?
No.
I mean it's not real?
No, I did that before we went on air.
All my illusions shattered.
When I had my microphone off.
Oh, yeah, that was that one.
Yeah, Festa was special again. Yeah.
Festa was having a great big conversation with me and I was sat here like, he's very quiet. After 5 minutes, he's like, microphone was off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I guess it was on mute.
Bless you.
Graham says a touch of tartan paint on it. Yeah.
You're a trier, aren't you?
Oh, very trying, according to H. Yeah.
Yep.
She's happy. The new microwave is here.
Oh, yes, because somebody may have accidentally destroyed the old one and somehow got away with it.
I did.
Somehow survived to tell the tale. I'm not quite sure how that happened. I mean, you're not even sure how that happened.
No, and I'm not investigating the matter any further.
No. You're not going to submit it to the Holy See for judgment of a miracle or not. You just be like, no, I'm just take it at face value.
Absolutely. I'm like, dodged a bullet there.
Yeah. Nobody look for the bullet.
But I'm still on edge thinking, yeah, this is ammo that is going to come back and haunt me. I just know it.
Yeah. Anytime he doesn't get told off for doing something, you have to wonder if H is just storing it away.
Yeah.
For a future time.
Oh, yeah.
For the future times. Do. Bow, bow, bow.
Bless her heart.
Muse says, it's time for the great toy purge at work. I might just get a Bluey cart on clearance.
Yeah,
You know
do
you
it,
should.
Muse. Go on, love. I would
thing is,
love to see what you would do with one of these, Marcel, on the serious
Even
note.
if you're no interested in the Bluey, it's just such a great little car shape design that it screams out to have stuff done to it. It's like just a wonderful blank temp. Apart from the fact it doesn't seem to like taking any paint of any kind.
Some of us may have the bus, the dust cart. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got another one as a spare that I might do, but yeah, Colin's got like the whole range almost. You haven't got the caravan yet, though.
This Fox is a fan of the cartoon, and yet I seem to be the one who's got all the cars. Yeah.
All the cars.
Well, I had my birthday recently, so they were sent to me as prezzies. So,
yeah, that's your excuse.
yeah, and I'm sticking with it. As the
Even
people
though one
can
of them-
watch the show back and see for themselves.
Yeah, we won't mention how one of them was on your Amazon wish list.
No, don't know how that happened. Not on there now, though.
I don't know how that. Yeah, because I said yeah.
Yeah. John Alec, Scale Modelling, has put in a $10 super chat.
Ooh.
Thank you very, very kindly, John. Much appreciated, my friend. It will be put to good use, my man.
Yeah, it'll be spent on tea, which is a good
Absolutely.
use.
Helps keep the stuff coming, mate. And for my American patrons, I haven't forgotten you regarding your mugs. I am just going to have to do it a little bit at a time because of the prohibitively high shipping costs. So please bear with me. I
Yeah,
haven't forgotten you.
at the moment it costs more. It costs more in shipping than the actual value of the mug.
Yeah, so just in case you're worried, I haven't forgotten you. I have a thing on Patreon with all the reminders of who's entitled to them. But I shall be adjusting my tiers soon so that I can rejig things around and make it a bit easier
Yes.
because it's getting prohibitively expensive to ship from the UK again. Don't know why.
Yep.
They're blaming everything.
Maybe in the future, what you'll do is your reward will be a picture of a mug.
Oh, but I haven't forgotten you all. That's yeah,
No,
because I've
you
mentioned
do
it
stress about
before.
these things, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it before on the lives, and I'm acutely conscious. I've got them all here. It's just, when I ordered them in, it was 200 quid on mugs 1 month, and then shipping them out around the UK. So I've done that, and now I've got the transatlantic stuff to do. But I'm going to have to do them probably one a month for the next few months.
Yeah, can you tell me when it literally costs more in shipping than everything else tax than it does?
Yeah, my entire Patreon money at the moment is going out on shipping mugs.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I will offer different rewards going forward. I'll honour the ones
Yeah.
I've got. But because of the cost of shipping, it's just, yeah.
It's your time to break into the NFT market, Cole. Don't break into the NFT market.
I even looked at getting them done independently in Vistacom in America.
Yeah.
But it's like when I sent one to James, because I got one printed on its own, not shed loads, it was like 24 quid for one mug.
Yeah. It's like, eh.
And it's like, yeah. But I don't like
Mug being
letting
up to
people
it.
down.
No. Well, especially not for Patreon rewards and stuff.
Absolutely. Just in case you're worried that you've been forgotten, you haven't been.
Festa forgets nothing.
Absolutely. Mew says shipping costs are stupid high all over. Marcy knows this one because I sent her some bits and pieces, some shop cards and that, and a year later I had a package arrive, returned to sender. It had got all the way to Marcy's because obviously the postman probably didn't get an answer or just couldn't be asked to go and deliver it. They sent it all the way back.
Ugh.
It was like, okay, that's been on a journey round the
Hell of a
globe.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Globe-trotting fair.
So I can imagine a very angry Marcy's conversation at her local post office. Yeah. Have they lifted
Hooray,
the ban,
USPS.
Marcy?
Through rain and snow and hail and sleet, we'll not get an answer and send it back.
Yeah.
That's not quite their song, but...
Yeah. So, yeah, we've had some fun with it. Yeah.
I remember sending something once. I think it was FedEx, I think.
Yeah.
To the US. And you can actually sit and watch it. When it gets to the US, of course, the tracking kicks in when it gets to the US properly.
Yes.
So you can see it. You can see it, and you had like, I think it was FedEx. You got like a map, and you could see on the map where it was going and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it was sending something to George, and it was going to Georgia, and it went through like 8 different states, and then to Georgia, and then back out again to Florida, and then up to Washington.
Yeah,
to
all the
Washington.
different
It's like,
satellite hubs. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like it literally got to like George's local hub and then went back out again because they put it on whatever the next available transport is, and if that transport's going somewhere else first, it was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like George was like, I could literally walk over there and pick it up from the depot, but I can't. It's like, wow.
Well, we've had it before where you've ordered stuff for both of us. Your depot's like 4 miles from where you are. I get mine and yours is like 2 days later, isn't it? It's really weird.
Yes, it's most frustrating. I had to wait an extra week for my Bluey car.
I know.
And they were done both from Amazon on the same darn day. Ding dang dong.
Pays to live in the M3, M4 corridor.
Only if you've got access to a chippy with proper gravy like you have that.
Oh, yeah.
That is your one advantage.
Probably the one reason we don't want to move from this town.
Yeah, you don't ever want to leave that place. That's probably the only reason you want to stay there. I would never leave if I were you. Don't ever leave. I can't say this dry brushing effect is floating in my boat really, but it'll do.
Yeah, Marcy says our distribution centres are all over and packages go on holiday now. Nothing is straight though. Yeah. Yeah, I've had several recently that have gone walkies. It's like, really? So annoying.
You're so annoying.
They're like, yeah, it's been delivered. And you're like, no, it ain't. We've been here all day. Show me the photograph of it where, yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody in. I'm in 24/7.
Absolutely. I'm housebound.
I go nowhere.
Yeah. Does make you laugh when they try that.
I had to decide to do the noisiest possible thing tonight, didn't I?
Yeah.
With the dry brushing.
That's all right, mate. It's like a little pet hamster. It's like having Dave in.
He is a little pet hamster, isn't he?
Dave is, yeah, he's our little hamster.
We're not a space, I'm not a war hamster.
Yeah, good old Dangerous. If you're watching this back, Dave, I hope you're not stressing, mate. He knows exactly what I mean.
You've not told him you've got the negatives, have you?
No, he's having building work done at the moment, so he's on stress level 10. Off.
If I ever get building work done in this house, my only request my only demand of the builders will be, right, I don't care what you get up to as long as you do the work, and no radio.
Yeah.
I want no radio playing at 1,000 decibels. I don't want to be responsible for making all my neighbours suffer radio mouth breather.
Yeah, and builders singing really badly along to the radio.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
why do builders... They always listen to Radio 1 mouth-breathing nonsense, or like the Golden Oldies channel, but it's all real bad Golden Oldies. And you're like, can we not listen to any of this, please, at 100 decibels? Yeah,
my missus taking the mickey out of the builders doing beatbox was hilarious. Yeah. And Dorkosaurus says, I got my prize from E-Models today. Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
You did the winnings, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe, wasn't it the piece of artillery? Was that the one, or was it the Ukrainian plane?
The Stugner P.
Yeah, trying to remember which one you won.
It was Now this week on Monday, of course, we are doing the God Hand brushes as the giveaway prize. We're drawing the winner.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, on the E-Models UK, E-Models, it's either E-Models UK or E-Models LTD. I can't remember which now. The E-Models channel. We'll be pulling the winner from the week before last's live stream, and you can win a set of awesome God Hand semi-pro brushes. So make sure you've put a comment on the last stream.
Yeah.
You've got to be in it to win it. We'll pull that on Monday.
Yeah, has it been a fortnight already since we last did a...
Yes. Is it my what's in store?
Yeah, because I did the last one. Lynn says, 23 watching and only 5 thumbs ups. Come on, peeps, she says. Yes, folks, thumbs ups. A lot of people question why we talk about them, but it's a statistic that counts for your channel. It helps your channel out massively. So if you don't mind, leave a thumbs up. It really does help me out.
It helps that channel's content get listed more prominently on the YouTube searches. It's one of the ways it factors in how prominent you are on a search. Yeah,
obviously, if you don't like what we do, leave a comment as to what you don't like, and we will strive to improve.
And if you don't like the stream at all, make sure, don't just hit the thumbs down button. Hit the thumbs down button twice.
Yeah.
To make sure we really understand that you don't like it.
Absolutely. And PJ, that doesn't mean to say that you can put in, I don't like Bluey cars.
Yeah. That's hate speech.
Bless him. How are you getting on with your tank, by the way? Because he's out of his comfort zone at the moment. He's doing...
he's doing his T something, isn't he?
He's doing a tank. First foray into armour.
It's not a T62, is it a T70?
I've got no idea. It's a tank. And Panzer's doing a shiny car, so there you go.
I know, it's a Soviet era tank.
They're both out of their comfort zone, so...
Yes.
Fair play to him. What I want to know, PJ, are you doing your tank shiny? Because part of me says the devil inside you would do it shiny.
Red and blue and gold.
Yes.
Maybe some bright green.
Got a bit of gold.
Or purple. Purple on it. Bright purple. Just the most delightful bright purple because it's fabulous, darling. If you're going to make it shiny, make it fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't just make it shiny. Make it fabulous, darling.
All day long.
Fabulosity.
Right, got a bit of that going on there.
Right, he says.
Let's drop that over there for a moment. Try not to knock it off the side, because we don't want to do that, do we?
Is it a bit on the side? Anti-vehicle tank rocket, see me figures. Yep, the Stugner P.
Oh,
the new
right,
one from ICM. Yep. It's got there faster, hasn't it?
Yeah. Fair play, mate.
Yep.
What have we got there? Bobby says, I haven't built a tank for a while. Might do the Tiger. I've never built a Tiger. Oh, nice one, mate. Look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I've got the big old 1/16 Sherman that I'm going to be starting soon. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that, I must admit.
Yeah, even I've started having thoughts about 1/16 tanks.
Yeah.
I like the look of that weird American Korean War one. Is it a Pershing?
Oh, right, yeah.
I can't remember which one.
I think that's what it's called, yeah.
It's got the weird little sort of octagonal turret and it looks really spiky. It looks quite cool.
Yeah. Everyone saying hello again. Connie Lynn's doing the 72nd Elephant and Leopard. Okay, I can't spell, she said. This is out of my comfort zone. Yeah, but you're doing a lovely job, Lynn, and it's nice to see you back at the bench, darling.
Yeah, actually doing some stuff.
So, yeah, have at it, Lynn. Enjoy. That's the key. As long as you're having fun.
T64B is what PJ's doing. And I thought it might be a 60 one.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was a 62 or a 70 or a 64.
Yeah.
Fond memories of the T62A, because that was the first model my dad bought me and first model I ever painted.
Oh,
like
right,
a proper grown-up. Oh, I didn't paint it like a grown-up. I painted it like a kid, but, I was a kid. But it was the first model I didn't just build as a toy.
Yeah.
I actually painted it all properly and everything with 1980s weathering, which means I gave it a black wash. pin wash.
Good man.
And dry brush metallic silver over it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we did in the 80s. That's all we knew.
Absolutely.
We didn't have no fancy schmancy weathering product nonsense.
Oh, no. Didn't have none of that.
It was far too middle class for that.
Oh, yeah, that would have been far, far too technical for us, mate.
Yeah. Well, it would have... getting paint everywhere. It would have required equipment we didn't have.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. When we were kids, like, I was doing it, literally all you had was you'd thin sand some black paint and you dry brush silver, and that was it. That's all we knew.
Yeah.
And it's funny, if you look at some of the old 80s and 70s model baking books, they kind of say that's it.
Yeah, but that's what we had. That's what you was instructed to do, wasn't it?
But this is what gets me. One of my things is like it's a proper how to make military models. It's quite a sort of well-known book, and it's full of like how to scratch build an entire vehicle. You know,
Yeah.
how to scratch build a quad armor carrier vehicle. Okay, that's pretty advanced. And then weathering, black wash, and dry brushing silver. It's like, but
Yeah.
but even in those days, you would have like airbrushed on some dust.
Notice you're saying this as I'm dry brushing silver.
No, but I mean, that was literally it. That's all we knew.
Yeah.
But this book, which can teach you to scratch build a vehicle, doesn't let you go beyond those two things. It's like weird.
Kind of feel guilty now because I'm dry brushing silver, but that's all right. I'm over it.
No, it is a weathering technique, but it's not the only. No. If you just did that, it'd be like, really?
No, get ready for some gold.
Mind you, this book also tells you not to bother with an airbrush because they're really for professionals. As long as you've got some good enamel paints and a brush, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Get yourself some Humbro and a double-ended brush.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and remember to put your safety pin back in your glue when you finish using it.
Oh yeah, and your Brit-Vic 7, no, not Brit-Vic 76. Oh,
Yeah. Your Brit-Vics. Wasn't it, or something? Oh no, that was the woman on Star Trek, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Brit-Vic 77, that's it.
Yeah.
Brit-Fix, which
I've
always used to call
still
Brit-Vic.
got a tube. There it is. I have still got a tube. Hornby snot glue.
It's like Hornby even.
Yeah, that's the one.
I saw somebody the other day putting a comment on asking about the new Hornby Sea-King helicopter. It's like, and they kept referring to Airfix as Hornby. I'm like, what did you say Airfix? What?
Yeah.
Why are you calling it Hornby? It's not, it's Airfix.
Well, it's just got Hornby on the label, mate.
No. I'm saying that this guy that was asking about the new Airfix kit.
Oh, right.
Because I know Airfix is, I think it's owned by Hornby, isn't it? Or something like that. But it's like, you kept saying, when's the new Hornby kit? I was like, it's Airfix kit. It's not Hornby.
God, was you correcting someone again? Could I unlike you?
No, in my mind I was thinking, why do you insist on calling it a Hornby kit when it's not actually a Hornby kit? It's very weird. It's a very strange thing for him to do.
Do you know, I was thinking of adding a couple of little Gretchens to this somewhere.
Yeah, do it. I think you should. I think you should add as many things as come into your tiny little dinosaur brain. I think whatever comes into your mind to do will be the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
I think you understand this, don't you? You understand this, basically, don't you?
Yeah.
Look inside yourself. You know it to be true. Release
your inner blueiness.
Yeah. For real life. One of the most fun aspects of like the Bluey phenomenon, if you read about it, is I was reading some article and it said one of the most fascinating things about the Bluey phenomenon is not that kids adore it, because it's incredibly popular with kids, obviously, and parents, he says, but that when they look at the demographics, a lot of their viewers are just like adults, childless adults. Just watching it, and he says the funniest thing, the producer was saying, the funniest thing for us to watch is that, we're all Australian, and yet we're seeing all these completely Australian slang terms being utterly transplanted to the US. And to have all these Americans genuinely starting to say like Australian slang.
Yeah.
without really knowing why, but they are. Like saying things like "for real life" and talking about barky boats and all these kind of Australian terms. He says it's great. We've just transplanted our entire culture in like 3 years. He said, crocodile Dundee, eat your heart out.
Yeah. Call that a knife? That ain't a knife.
That ain't a knife.
God, it's like Paul Hogan walked in then, wasn't it?
Right, Oaks. He's Oaks. Remember the little sidekick he had? Do you ever remember watching the Paul Hogan show on, I think it was Channel 4 when it was...
Yeah, years and years ago that was, wasn't it? Yeah.
And he used to walk around with his skin-tight T-shirt that looked like a tuxedo.
Yeah.
And he had his little mate with the beanie cap. Right,
Yeah.
Oaks. Good night, Oaks.
Yeah. Aussie slang says Muse has been here long before Bluey. Yes, yes.
I don't know if it's been widely as accepted or understood, though, or spoken. I think it has taken off a bit. Has become more.
He was proper Aussie, isn't he, Paul? He's still with us, isn't he, Paul Logan?
Don't know, actually. I think so.
I think he is.
Well, I hope so.
Can imagine he's rocking on now because, he's got to be in his probably his late 70s, I would have thought.
Oh, yeah, they'll be hundreds of years old by now. That's the depressing thing that, we know we're getting old because the people that we thought were cool when we were young are now really, really old.
Yeah, you see your favourite musicians and their age and you're like, okay.
You're like, oh, no, that's not good.
I saw a picture in the paper the other day. It's like, right, bunch of old crusties, and I looked and it was Iron Maiden. And I'm like, oh my God, they've all gotten old.
Oh, I take it all back.
Yeah, Nico had a stroke at the beginning of the year and he's 71 and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, you look at like some groups and they're just like old dodderers and you think, well, they were, like normal groups. Then you look at like the rockers and the heavy metal ones and it's like, but they're heavy metal and rock and they can't be old.
Oh, mate, and they still dish it out when they're playing and it's like, get in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah, they've still got it. All these bands they can still put on a good show. Right, let's bung that over there. He says, trying to remember where you
Bung.
got it from.
Colin and his bunging. But you're always bunging, aren't you?
I am. Is it that?
You like a nice bung, don't you?
Yeah, I know, it was down there.
I'll rephrase that.
It's in there. Yeah. I'll worry about you.
I wouldn't.
83 years old. Thank you, PJ. Paul Hogan is still with us.
Yep.
83. Wow. Holy magold moly, even. Wow.
83.
Dear
It's like what's his name? Oh, God damn it. What's his name? Blazing Saddles and Bride Thingy of Young Frankenstein and the producers. What's his name? No, the
Mel Smith.
Producer. Mel Smith. Mel Brooks, that's it.
Mel Brooks. Mel Smith was Smith and Jones, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. No, Mel Brooks in his 90s now.
Is he? See, now, I thought he had passed a while back, so apologies.
No. Apparently, he's always like, he always goes on the chat shows when some old Hollywood like comedy legend like Sid Caesar or someone dies. They wheel him out to reminisce because he's still going.
Wow.
He's still as sharp as a tack.
Want a bit of that first, Cole. That's what you wanted. Yeah. Marcy says, laugh out there. Careful, Foxy, she says. What's he done?
Well, what have I done?
Yeah, what's he done? What's he done?
Well, what have I said? My favourite Mel Brooks moment of all time, in all his films, is in History of the World Part 1 where he walks out as Moses with the commandments from God.
Dude, I've never seen that film.
Have you not? Oh,
no.
That's great. He walks out from this like cleft in the rock and there's all like wind blowing and there's lightning and he walks out and he's got his 3 big stone tablets and he walks up onto this like promontory in proper like Hollywood 1950s biblical film style.
Yeah.
And he says, behold, I bring to you the word of God. I bring to you these 15, and then drops one of the tablets that smashes on the floor and he goes, oi, these 10 commandments. But it's the way he delivers it is like that. It's just such a classic. 15, oi.
There you go. Let's take that off of there and make a bit of space because I've got not enough space to work. There you go.
This dry brushing effect is a bit extreme and contrasty, but it's going to be inside and dark. So
Marcy says it's a great movie, Cole. I will endeavour to get round to watching it, Marcy, because it's one of them. I hear it spoken about quite a lot, and I've never actually sat and watched it.
Which movie is that?
The one you're talking about.
Oh, the History of the World Part 1. It is.
Yeah. Quite a few films I haven't watched. I am useless.
Yes.
I am holding my head in shame as you speak.
I can imagine you are. It's kind of a de facto pose for you now, a bit like a Catholic walking into church and circumflexing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You just hold your head in shame when TV conversations or media conversations come up.
Yeah, I've never been one for binge watching like that, you know. Well, I say binge watching, but you know what I mean. There's
Yeah.
a lot of the films just passed me by. I was busy doing other stuff.
Different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely. So
World don't dance to the beat of just one drum.
exactly. So it's quite a few films that people often talk about, and I'm like, I've never seen that. I must watch it. So yeah.
I think they're doing a sequel to History of the World Part 1. I'm going to guess it's called History of the World
I
Part
would
2.
have thought that was part 2 then, was it?
I don't know. No, Mel Brooks, it could be Part 3. You just don't know.
Oh, the Bobbin says I watched Predator this evening. It's still a classic. Is that the original one with Schwarzenegger?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
So, yeah, with the...
Some of them old, I say old films, but yeah, they are classics, aren't they?
I've never actually watched Commando.
I have once.
I've seen Predator.
Yeah.
Never watched Commando. I've got a prop from Commando. I've got a rubber Uzi that was actually used in Commando.
Yeah.
It was a filming prop.
I watched that. Terminator. I watched Terminator 2, and that was it. I've not seen any of the other.
I wouldn't recommend any of this.
So, yeah.
Terminator 3 was meh, and I haven't watched any others because they don't really know.
So, yeah,
You've not missed out in that on that count.
Yeah.
My friend. Don't worry about them so much.
Didn't float me boat, you know, but Predator, something about the story of that film I like. It was just, different when it was, yeah. Get more Zero paint wasted where you got to pick it out the lid.
Welcome to the wonderful world of doing that. Therapeutic but expensive.
Yes. Yes, it is. And messy. Like.
I was actually watching a video the other day of footage from Ukraine, and it was a soldier.
Right, yeah.
And he was basically, the commentary was basically saying, you see this done in the action movies, and people always say, yeah, you wouldn't do that in real life. This guy was literally walking around with a proper belt-fed, like, massive, heavy machine gun.
Yeah.
And just walking around into these trees and bushes, and it's like, so you can do it. It was like, wow, these guys are hardcore.
I'm just laughing. PJ says, I'll be in my 80s by the time Fox finishes that Bluey car. Just saying. Yeah.
Are you saying I'm slow?
Yeah, bless.
What's wrong with being slow?
Yeah.
I like being slow.
Brutal.
Why do something you're enjoying and rush it when you can take your time and do it slowly? Get to do it for longer. Plus, I'm doing a live stream as well, so...
Oh, dear. Brutal. You really aren't a fan, PJ, are you, mate? Don't hold back, geez. Don't hold back. Right. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? You don't care?
I don't care.
Deep down, little bits of you died inside, didn't they?
No. Because you know what? I'm having fun. I'm having fun at my own speed. It's like you don't go quickly when you're doing Rudies, do you? So same applies to when you're having fun with model painting.
I love the way you word it. Rudies.
Yeah. Never get complaints when you're slow at Rudies. At least I never have, anyway.
I got PATRON.
Oh, yeah. 50p in the slot and away you go.
Bless you.
Well, I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to remember all that far back in time, though. So.
Robin says, what are you going to do after the Bluey cars? Oh, that's a good question. I'm looking frantically around. I might do my little gaming truck.
Oh, yeah.
I got one of these little Japanese van kits, and it's basically a truck with all different games machines poking out of it and little
is that like
cubby
an
holes.
octopus ball one?
Yeah, and so
oh yeah, they're good then.
yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it now. I might just do something with that because it saves me having to reach up onto the top of the shelves.
Yeah, I've got the same kind of thing. It's got a very grumpy French looking man in the front, and it's an octopus ball seller.
PJ says they're going to have Easter. Good shout. I see what he did.
I'll probably just do whatever's next in line for me to paint.
Yeah.
I've got lots of things I need to get around to painting that I'm not going to film.
Yeah.
Like, stuff I'm just painting to get done, or stuff I'm going to hoof on eBay or something. So
yeah,
I'll probably just do those. I won't necessarily have a specific Friday night build because this was just, we decided, it's like, let's do this on the Friday night. Okay, it's just a Friday night thing. But I think normally we'll just have whatever we're doing at the time.
Whatever will be on the bench. Yeah.
Occasionally we'll come up with something that tickles us both that we'll then do specifically as a Friday afternoon build, like this. But
I mean, I've got my Foos car sat over there that I want to get finished, get that sculpted up. But yeah, for buildy, it'll probably be that little gaming rig next. But yeah. I mean, I've got a little base that I'm going to put this on, so I might start the making of that on the live stream. I don't know, it depends.
I know a little German. He's just over there.
Because we had it with the Stomper. You get to that point where suddenly you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I want a break. Yeah, so...
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing I've always said about myself many times is I have great ideas and I love doing stuff, but I can also get bored of stuff very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And the moment I start to flag on something, it just has to go back in the box and I have to do something else. It's very rare that I'll...
John Alex says, no kidding. Yeah, I know. We're going as quick as we can, but, we're not all speed builders like you, PJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be as good as you, mate.
I'll never rush anything because I'm enjoying the process.
Absolutely. I don't build on a timer.
Mm-hmm. I build for me and nobody else's time schedule.
Yeah.
Hell, the Wednesday night Baneblade, I'll still be doing mine months after you finish yours.
Oh yeah, mine will be long done and long finished.
Yeah. Long finished. Special agent.
Yeah, no, but
you need a bigger brush for this one. Gonna need a bigger boat, mate.
Yeah, that'll be long done, mate. All right. So, sort the wheels out, get them done, because they need dulling down.
Some people just
Marcy
work very
says,
fast.
I've got so much here, I'd never get bored. Absolutely, Marcy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, darling.
I'm afraid it's a loud bit again while I'm doing this big flat roof panel.
You do what you got to do.
You do what you've got to do. Yeah. Did anyone watch the Star Trek Strange New Worlds episode this week? The musical episode?
No.
My God, it was fantastic. It was so good. It was so good. After last week when they had the crossover with Lower Decks.
Yeah.
The animated series. They crossed over a live action series and animated series. This week they had a musical episode. but they actually came up with the reason why it was a musical episode.
Oh, right, yeah.
It wasn't just happened to me. It was actually something happens that made everybody start singing, basically. It was so good. It was kind of a proper musical in its own right. I was just sitting there grinning for the whole time. I don't even like musicals.
You like peas, though?
I like peas. I like mashed peas.
Yeah.
Don't like canal peas. Need to get the paint off. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Yes, you do.
Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. I need to get some tissue as well. Tissue.
Put that in there. Get that out of there. Yeah. Why, Bobbins, is there anything in particular you'd like to see us build after the Bluey cars? Are you on scale, mates, Bobbins? If you are, have a look through me stash and let me know. You know, I'm open to build anything at the end of the day.
He'll be like, yeah, do the Bluey bus. Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, I'm not going to do another Bluey one just yet.
Yeah, no.
Bluey to death, mate. I've got a couple more to do, but not yet.
No, I don't know if I do another one. I mean, I've enjoyed doing this car, but it's such a hassle with the paint not sticking very well, and it's like, I don't know if I do another one. I got 2 on the off chance of doing one to film, but I don't know if I'll actually get round to doing it.
Yeah, it's variation, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's actually kind of labour intensive. And it's a bit like a Bandai kit. It's very finicky, and you know, this plastic thing here isn't sticking very well, so if I push too hard it'll come off. Yeah, it's not ideal. I've got one bit of plastic trim I glued on already peeling off. I need to stick back on.
Oh, yeah.
Curses.
It repels all forms of CA glue, all forms of paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really has had to have the bejesus keyed out of it. I cleaned that up.
Yeah. The bejibilus.
To get anything to adhere to it. Right. So that's a bit of that.
So inadhesive, it could run for president.
Good luck with that, Bobbins.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I would as well, mate.
If I did a shiny car, I would do the building part, and then I would just paint it as a beaten, weathered junker. So I wouldn't not do a shiny car. I just wouldn't paint it as a shiny car.
Yeah.
So there you go. Remember when I did my transit van? That's what I'd do.
Yeah. Good plug there for your transit van build. I like what you did there.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like I'm all in for challenges and stuff, but if it's something I'm not going to enjoy, then I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a performing monkey. I want to do what I want to do, not something I don't want to do. And I just know from experience I have no enjoyment doing things where I've got to be precise and careful. It's not what I do. It's not my strength. It's not my skill set.
Okay, dear, come down off your soapbox.
No, I'm just saying. Just saying. No soapbox.
Yeah. Okie dokie, okie dokie.
Bored with this roof liner now.
Oh, I'll keep you. That's what I've got. I've got that to paint. That to paint as well. So let's move you again.
Moving, moving, moving. La 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 la.
There you go.
Lynn Dipple says, I don't like peas.
I like peas.
John Alex says Michigan.
Okay.
Why did he say Michigan? I don't know why I said Michigan, but
I've got absolutely no
Thank you.
idea. Yeah. Is that the one I want? Yeah. Got me feeling guilty now about doing the Bluey car. So really.
Why? Why are you being guilty about doing it?
Oh, because people obviously don't like it.
I think people like it.
So, just trying to keep the viewers happy, dear.
Yeah. Do what you enjoy. Oops.
Yeah, but you got to think of the viewers as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing hundreds of people turning around saying, I'm not watching this because we're there.
Yeah.
Most people seem happy with it. Still us doing nonsense. So.
I know. I have to enjoy what I'm doing. If people are giving me stick over it, then I lose interest very quickly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not here to put up with stick all the time. I'm here just to have fun.
Yeah.
And try my best to keep people entertained. But
Yes.
let's have a bit of that.
A little bit of that round board of that roof now. It can stay like that.
So that's darkened down. We need to do the same with that one. Right,
That one's there, you say.
Uses laughing out loud. What's that? The fault of Fox doing a shiny car? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done tanks. I've done cars. I've not done much sci-fi. I've got more to do. I've got an Eagle transporter to do.
Boy, howdy, have you?
That'll be filmed. I won't do that on the live stream.
Yeah. That's a big boy project, isn't it?
Yeah. Get that darkened down because that was a bit too light on that background. It's the beauty of it being a decal because you can just paint straight on top of it.
Mm-hmm. I don't really think it matters really too much what we're doing on these streams because I think most people just watch me and you, to be honest.
Yeah, I
just
know, but
about.
You know, it's my channel and I'm trying to keep the viewers happy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It's all right for you because it's not your channel, but if people are getting the ump with it and don't want to watch it, then I'm the one who's going to suffer, not you.
No, I know. It's the same. I do the same on my channel, so
you know.
I know what you mean.
Does take your enthusiasm out of it when people hate on it.
Yeah. Not wrong.
You know, I'm not like you. I can't switch off from it. Where's it gone? So that's that. Blue.
Tissue here.
That was weird. What else have we got? That's Thunder Oak.
Panzer's in. He says, "Good morning, Bluey car restorers."
Hello,
Good morning,
Panzer. You all right?
Hello.
How you doing?
You eating paintbrushes again?
Yeah, because I don't want to put it down. Apologies. So let's put it down. Okay. Thunder Oak Blue. Do I do that yet?
Such a good colour. Such a good colour.
That's for the tyres.
He's thinking. He's thinking.
Yeah.
There's deep consideration going on in there. I can feel it. There's cogitating happening.
Shut up.
He's thinking very, very deeply.
I would be if you stopped prattling in my ear. I've lost my train of thought now.
My work here is done.
God, you know. I find these streams thoroughly entertainment, even when Fox is talking. Yeah. Yeah, we are like an old married couple. Right, so we got that. We got that. Okay. I can't remember when he laughed at me what I was going to do next. It's gone. Right. Did I do... Is it gone? Where's it gone?
Where's it gone?
How's it coming on? Ooh, it's an interesting colour. Oh, that's a good shout. Bit of tea.
What? Swig of tea.
Right.
Ooh, hello.
There you go. Everyone's saying hello to Panzer. Panzer's saying hello to Connie. It's nice that everyone's saying hello to each other.
Yes. Edward Leonard's in. Squishy alert.
Oh, good man.
Even got the fading sound there, you see, as well.
I'm impressed.
It's a special species of Pop-O-Matic jellyfish.
Bit of grime coming down there. Evening, Edward. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Nice to see you in, mate.
Yes.
Panzer says, I've got a question. Why is the kettle always empty? Mine isn't. I've got a Burco and it's got a ball valve in it that, yeah, so when it gets empty, it refills. Because
see,
I'm a Londoner. We never have an empty kettle or a cold kettle or a cold Burco, mate.
Yeah, see, we've got the same thing. We've got the Burco type thing, but it's not an automatically filling one, so I have to remember to fill it up. But I fill it up in the morning, it lasts all day.
Yeah, no, I tapped it in and put a ball valve in there, mate, and it's like, yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
Up there for thinking, see?
What did you install? You installed ball valve.
Ball valve.
Ball valve.
Yeah, not a valve, ball valve. Get your balls, but yeah, let's forget that.
What makes it different from a valve? Well, it's a bowl, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bowl, isn't it?
It's got a bowl in it, innit? It's got a bowl in it, innit?
Yeah.
In it, what? Feedback loop. eBay cup and silly.
So what you been up to, Edward? Regale us with what you've been up to, mate. Keep us entertained.
Yep.
Being at your last in, see, you get to tell us everything that you've been doing. Not that we're putting you under pressure. What you've been doing? What you've been doing? Tell me. What you done? What you done?
Muse says it's time to get a coffee. Be right back.
Yep, no worries, Marcy. Should we have a breather then till Marcy gets back?
Yeah, we'll just stop for a minute.
Yeah.
Get the cards out. We'll play some gin rummy for a bit while we wait.
She's now looking at her screen going, I am so going to slap you, Festa. I can feel it.
What do you think, gin rummy or whist? A little bit of whist, perhaps.
What's that?
I don't know. It's a card game, isn't it?
No
old
idea.
People play gin rummy and whist. Old people play it. Panzer says, we apparently have an automatic filling kettle. It's called Panzer.
I see what you did. Delegate. Yeah. I thought you was in charge, Panzer. Delegate.
Is he after a sympathy vote there? Because it's not going to happen, is it?
I think he is, yeah. I thought he was top banana down there.
New Fenris Railroad is in and says, what a Baneblade cannon.
Yeah, that's a big... Yeah, it's a big cannon, isn't it? You want to see down my cannon, don't you? Look at that. That sounded wrong.
Big tube. Festa has an impressively large tube.
Yeah, it's a slightly mad build. It started life, because obviously New Ferris won't know, but it started life as a children's toy, and it's been festerised, mate.
Thoroughly festerised.
Yeah, it's kind of what I do when I go into child mode, which is pretty much most of the time.
Any time at the bench or anywhere else for that matter.
Yeah. So,
Colin's always in child mode at the bench. And when he's not at the bench, he's always in child mode.
I'm always in child mode. Normally it's accompanied by being in the doghouse.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what's actually inspiring me on this interior?
What's that?
It's kind of reminding me, because I'm doing this dry brush and it looks really scratty and like quickly done. But then I'm having memories of when I did like a little tour of Cosgrove Hall and I was looking at the models they use on Wind in the Willows.
Oh right, yeah.
And they were, when you see them close up, they had this kind of like quickly dry brush painted look.
Yeah.
And some of the scenery and the set and some of the vehicles and stuff, and it's like, you know what? Unlike Toad's car, it's like, you know what? I could quite happily accept this scratty looking dry brush effect, because it looks like
nice.
looks like something like a thing off a kids program. That kind of like looks nice on the screen, but when you actually see it up close, it's not as pristine as you think.
Pristine, I hear you say.
Pristine.
Never met the lady. So I did.
Tonight's word is tree. Tree. Ding. And the next word.
Oh, what was that?
Was it Ask the Family, or was it? No, it was the same guy. Used to, I can't remember what it's called now. It's the guy that did Ask the Family. What was his name? I can't remember his name.
It wasn't that the show that had the guy with the pink bow tie on?
I don't remember what he looked like. I just remember his voice. Ding. And the next word. Ah, yes, indeed.
Yeah, the guy with the pink bow tie is it Frank Muir?
Twee, that was Frank Muir. He was on that show.
Yeah.
Twee with Frank Muir.
Yeah.
I've seen Stephen Fry do an impression of the guy that was the Robert Robinson. That's it, Robert Robinson.
Yeah.
There's a sketch where Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry are there, and they're both doing Robert Robinson sat next to each other.
Yeah.
And they're just constantly doing little verbal ticks back and forth. Ding. Ah, yes, verily so indeed. Yes, it is. So it is the end.
You used to have the little bell. Ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding. And next word.
Ding.
What was the programme there?
Ask something. Ask the question. No, ask me. Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking of Ask the Family, but that was a daytime one.
Yeah.
This was more about frilly words and stuff.
Yeah.
It was Call My Bluff, I think, wasn't it?
Call My Bluff?
Yeah. Because they have to give a description of a word, the etymology of a word.
Was it?
Yeah,
Call My Bluff.
I mean, how 1950s, 1970s middle class could you get that? They all say, this word means this. And if you go, no, that's not true. Yes, that's correct.
That was it. Cheers, Panzer. Edward says, belly ribeye steak with fully loaded baked potato and butter bean, cheddar and sour cream. Road trip to Edwards.
This all sounds correct to me.
Oh, mate, that sounds like a right old feast, doesn't it, eh?
Yep.
That is a really nice shape, I like. Rhyme. Because it's rhymey. Right. Okie dokie, let's do...
Only we can have a stream that encompasses conversation classics such as Ping Burgers, Getting Told Off, and Robert Robinson. I mean, we should have a show on radio. We just need a show on Radio 4, really.
All right, I need to get the airbrush out on that. I can't do that on the live stream. Because that's gash under there. I want to blacken that right down before I do the silver. Okay, let's...
Got the University Challenge music in my head now.
Oh, that was what's his chops, wasn't it? Bamber Gascoigne.
Yeah,
he's gone, isn't he? Bamber Gascoigne.
Yeah, he went years ago. It's Jeremy Paxman now, isn't it? Or it was for a long time.
He's not well though. Am I right in saying Jeremy Paxman? Isn't he got? He's got cancer, isn't he, or something, or Alzheimer's? There's something not right with him. Bless him.
Don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I was quite sad to see Matthew Amraliwala died last week. You know, the BBC News
Yes, yes, he was only young and all, wasn't he?
In his 50s, wasn't he? Yeah. I liked him. He was good.
Panzer says belly, cold beef, lettuce and pickle sandwiches, odd cheese, jalapeno bread washed down with coffee.
Oh, is that the bread where you get the chilies in it and stuff? Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, it's the one with the jellies in it, isn't it?
I keep meaning to get some of that because it sounds fantastic.
Jelly and his Pinot.
Yeah, it's steady.
That's what I did. Right, let's get a bit of that in there.
A little bit of that. A little bit of that.
Right. How are we looking? Swigging Pig is in, says, hello, Pete, sorry I'm late. No worries, mate.
Hey, Swigging Pig.
No worries, mate. No roll call was needed, mate.
No, you're not on the timetable.
You're good. Always nice to see you, man. Always nice to see you nice and all of that.
Really want a cup of coffee now.
Ellie and Bench Swigging Pig, what have you had, mate? What are you up to? What you been doing?
When did you last see your father? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
1988 is when I last seen mine.
Pardon?
You said, who's your daddy? When did you last see him? I said, 1988. Eat brown bread.
I was trying to remember what that was from. It's some like... It's something to do with like the Tudors and the Stuarts or something, when people used to hide in secret cubby holes, priest holes in the walls to avoid stuff. And there was something about when did you last see your... It's some legendary thing about, I don't know, some kid... Protestants and Catholics and all that kind of stuff in the Elizabethan era. I don't know. When did you last see your father?
Edward says, what's that? Bench, Ease, Ace and Dom on the Big Eater. The last one that goes with the rabbit on the scooter and the cat. Yeah, I know the one. The Speed Freaks. The standing one, Ace only had half an head and no ears, so I had to improvise. Yeah, my one with the bike. The little, is it the stripy one on the bike? It didn't have the arris, the arse end of the bike. The whole bodywork was missing on mine. So I've got to scratch build it.
Can you not send it back for a refund or something, or replace it?
All the way to bloody China. It's going to cost me more than it cost to get it sent.
Oh, is it off Wish or something, or one of these?
Ali.
Or was it? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever an issue. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever had an issue on there. So yeah. It's
an out of print thing, isn't it? I suppose. So,
yeah. So,
you get what you're given, I suppose. You make do.
You get what's left. So, but I can scratch build it. It ain't hard. But at the end of the day, bit of green scuff, bit of sculpting, it'll be fine. Blimey, if I can make this, I'm sure I can do a mudguard on a motorcycle.
I think you've got that. You've got a 3D printer there, nothing you can't do.
Absolutely. Still nothing on the bench. There's Swigging, cheeseburger for tea, and yet again, sipping on the left Royal Cascade. Get in there. Sounds mint, doesn't it?
My apologies.
Goodly bit of burpage was that.
It was a fairly substantial fish and chip burp.
Ooh.
I still have a bottle of zero alcohol San Miguel in the fridge.
Really?
I'm very tempted.
Why not? It's not going to do no harm, is it?
It's just so refreshing. It's just a refreshing drink. What a refreshing chair. It's a refreshing drink. I do like it, that San Miguel. I'm not a big fizzy lager drinker, but like for some reason that stuff is just really refreshing when it's been in the fridge. And it's no alcohol, so...
Yeah, you can't argue with that, can you?
Basically. Yeah. It's basically just fizzy fruit juice.
Yeah.
In fact, it involves yeast, so it's really just soup.
Yeah, no, by all means, mate. You knock yourself out, mate.
No, I'll save it for tomorrow. Because I've got water here. And I can't be bothered.
You can't be bothered getting up and going to get it, can you?
Can't be bothered getting up and going to get it.
Yeah, I knew there was that.
There's at least 3 cellar spiders between me and the kitchen fridge.
You girl, what you like?
We seem to be getting a lot of cellar spiders in this house lately. I don't know why. It's like never ever seen a cellar spider before, like the last 12 months. But suddenly in the last 12 months we've had them all out. Not lots, but like you'll find one every now and then. You go in rooms, oh, there's one by the window, throw it out. And it's like, from never having seen them before to suddenly, it's weird. They're kind of fascinating though.
Yeah.
Gangly and dangly with their silly long legs.
Gangly and dangleness. I see what we did there.
Yeah. Gingle gangle.
Okay, so we got...
They're like sea spiders, but with an actual spider in the middle.
A bit on there. Let's brighten that one up. Yeah, Swiggin says, oh, fish and chips. Sounds like a good idea for tomorrow's tea. Oh, yeah.
It was a very good idea for tonight's tea, trust me.
Yeah.
It went down great guns.
Didn't touch the sides, mate, did it?
Nope. And this time they actually sent me the pot of gravy I ordered, not mushy peas by mistake. Fascists.
Ah.
Can't believe my sadness when I opened the pots and one was tartar sauce and one was mushy peas. I'm like, oh, I've got to use Bisto
get
gravy.
A bottom lip? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, now I've got to use Bisto gravy. I might as well just poop on the plate. This is exactly the same end result. So I'd be lip out and everything.
Was you flailing your arms and legs like a petulant child? Good man.
I was. Absolutely. I was like, my wife was like, can I have a cup of tea? No, because I'm in a mood. I'm not doing anything. And you can blame it on the local fish and chip shop who gave me the wrong thing.
Sounds like you did get a proper good lip going.
I did. The thing is, when you're looking forward to chip shop gravy and you don't get it, it's just, that's a crime against humanity.
See, I'm lucky ours is like 100 yards down the way there, so...
Yeah. I mean, the one I ordered from is a good few miles away from us, but it's like, of all the ones that'll actually deliver, it's the nicest one.
Yeah.
They have very nice balls. Chicken balls. So...
Yeah.
Most refreshing.
Most refreshing, he says.
What a refreshing change.
Slap that up
I am on series 11 or 12 of Supernatural now.
Oh, are you?
And I have to say, I am very impressed. I am very impressed.
Right.
Because they've done something that no other American TV or very few American TV shows have actually done.
Which is?
They've got a significant number of characters are English. And they actually have English actors to play English characters. I have not once yet found, well, I've not yet found one character with a really bad English accent.
God, that makes a change.
I'm quite impressed, yeah. They've had a German character who was clearly not a German and had the worst accent in the world. So you can't, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Was it Dick Van Dyke bad?
In terms of German, yes. It was like the German equivalent of Dick Van Dyke doing in a London accent.
Oh, dear.
It was funny because they had 2 German characters. One was actually a German actor, because I looked him up. And he was like, talking in English with a German accent. And then they had this other guy who's an American actor doing a German. And it was like, wow. It was like putting you next to Dick Van Dyke and expecting me to believe you're both English.
Okay, yeah.
It was that bad. But yeah, all the English characters so far have actually been English actors. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
They're all kind of posh English, which is a shame, because apparently it's only ever London that actually exists, but,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Well, we can forgive them that. They've actually gone the mile and employed English talent, so...
Yeah, most people still think that English people were Victorians sitting on a veranda, don't they?
Yeah, we all live in London and we all know the Queen.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course we do.
Because don't forget, our country's only about 3 miles long, really, so obviously we know everybody. My sister-in-law, born and raised in Tennessee. Well, born in Hong Kong, but raised in Tennessee.
Oh, right, yeah.
She was gobsmacked in the least possibly British way, but she was gobsmacked the first time she came over here with my brother. Purely by, she said herself, she went, because we went to a few places on day trips and stuff, and she's like, I can't get past the fact that you can drive like 3 miles and have 6 different accents.
Yeah.
You can drive like 2 miles down the road and be in a whole different accent area. Whereas, you know, she said in Tennessee, you have to drive for hours to even just get out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, but I said, yeah. She said, yeah, you can drive like, she said, I can't believe you got so many different like dialects and accents in such a small distance. I said, yeah, it's all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
You go a mile down that way, you get a strong Manchester accent. A mile down that way, you get a Stretford accent. A couple of miles that way, you get a Salford accent. Go further up there, you got Bolton and Bury and all that good stuff. She was mesmerised by it.
Proper impressed, was she?
Yeah, for her, it's a day trip just to get to the next state. And I was struggling to explain chavs to her.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, like I was trying to explain chavs and like, you know, chavvy teenagers, and
Yeah.
it was like, I was like, it's kind of like white trash, but not white trash. But she went, I think I get what you mean. So it's the only thing I can think of is the closest simile you might.
I don't know what an American equivalent would be.
I don't know, trailer park? No, I don't know, really. Kind of like, she said, like, do you mean like rednecks? And I went, no, not really, because that's a whole different part of England. But she was like, maybe like, I don't know. But she was just fascinated by the spectrum of accents within, you know, a few miles.
Oh, yeah, it is surprising. It does throw a lot of people over, or out even. You know, I've got mates that have come over from Australia, you know, and they're gobsmacked. You know, it's, yeah.
Well, she literally said, I thought everybody just sounded like kind of, you know, what she was basically saying, a sort of London or that kind of like Londonish generic accent.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Cockney, but, you know, the kind of like Southern England, London. She was like, I thought that's what everybody spoke. I said, no, that's like a small part of the country. That's like a tiny bit. That's like, you've got so many other accents.
Yeah, it does surprise people. Yeah, it's a bit like London, isn't it? Different boroughs, different lingo.
Yeah, it's quite funny because we went to the lakes and we were in a little country pub in the lake somewhere. And she was like, I can't tell what these people are saying. I can't understand a word they're saying. Because they have like strong Cumbrian accents, which, you know, I'm fine with. But she was like, I don't know what you just said.
Up there with Ted's Barra.
Yeah. And I thought, well, I suppose, yeah, if you're not familiar with it, then a proper strong Cumbrian accent could be quite tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think she came across any proper full-on Scots accent. That would have really stumped her, I think.
Yeah. Where is it?
But then again, it's funny because she has a real strong Texan accent, Tennessee accent sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes it would trip me up because I wouldn't be sure what she'd said.
Okay, yeah.
Because sometimes she like contract words and she could say things sometimes quite nasally.
Okay, yeah.
And it would kind of compress the syllables and the vowels, and I'd be like, wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
In the same way, you know, we might talk quickly in a relaxed way and we'd just jumble the words together a little bit, but we'd know what we said. So it took me a while to get used to her accent. Coffee and a muffin, says Muse.
Oh.
Lynn says it takes 2 full days to drive across Texas. Woo.
Really? Wow.
Yep. And Muse says cholo, lol, or white trash, not quite redneck. Yeah, redneck's not really apt. Redneck isn't really like, I suppose chav is probably like white trash. is probably equivalent, sort of.
I hope none of these are derogatory terms, because if anyone is offended, apologies.
Well, no, they all kind of mean the same thing, like, you know, chavs. You know what chav is, so.
Yeah, I know that, but obviously, you know, I don't want people to get offended if people are getting,
No.
You know.
That's fine.
Just being conscious.
Mm-hmm. I don't think any of our people watching would fall into any of those categories.
I know, but, you know, if someone watching is living in a trailer and suddenly you're calling them trailer trash, that's a bit, you know, just want to...
Yeah, deliberately to say that.
Okay, watch it back, dear. You... Not to worry. Marcy says, yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah. My missus's favourite like, that is.
What?
The In It Brigade, the shell suiting wearing. Yeah. Mullet wearing, yeah.
Ugh.
She absolutely loves them.
When Lynn says it takes 2 full days to drive across Texas, Muse says, that depends on who's driving. And she says, true, Muse, that's if you drive the speed limit. Now, if you speed, maybe 24 hours.
Yeah, Marcy gets there in 18 minutes.
Yeah. Zoom.
Where did I get that from? Yeah. Oakley. Get right. Clean that off.
What are you up to? What are you doing?
I am just cleaning my paintbrush. Marcy says, challenge is accepted. Good girl. Yeah, you got to do that in the ZZ Top car, Marcy.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. I like that texture on the underbelly. See me underbelly of your truck.
Yeah, it's done with my melty soldering thing.
Nice. It's got that kind of like grimy muck under the car look.
Yeah, it needs a lot more painting under there at the moment, but yeah.
Looking good though.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Like I say, I'll get the black done and I can start going around doing the axles. Axles.
Free for paint.
Let's close that. I don't know what that was. There you go.
I don't know what that was. Ooh. Look, a big dot of paint. Gosh darn.
Go away, keyboard. There you go. Right.
You've not been attacked with any flying machines yet tonight?
No, it's because I've got my window barely open, mate.
Ah.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Mind you, though, we have got the storm, the heavy rain going out there at the moment, so...
Ooh.
Which is definitely needed, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to do a little squee if you get the rumbly thunders.
Yeah, I've not heard any yet, but then I don't suppose I will with my earplugs in, will I? I mean, earphones even, but...
That's true.
I've certainly not seen no flashes or anything like that, so...
No.
There you go. Yeah, Lynn says, come on, bring it, Muse. Yeah, don't encourage her, Lynn, because she'll get all feisty and she'll go, right, you lot. You'll hear the tyres screeching, and then poor Marcy's going to get 150 million years for breaking every driving law there is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you know what? She'd be there going, I regret nothing.
She would. She'd be going, and?
Yeah. I regret nothing.
As the
glasses,
judge
they do
says,
nothing.
As the judge says, do you want to cuff the suspect? And she goes, if I dare you to. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, and the copper's going, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not walking over there, the copper. Yeah.
You're welcome to try, Poindexter.
Yeah. What's that there? Hurricane says, hello there to all. Hello there. How are you?
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome. Marcy says the tyres have to touch the road for it to count. Yeah.
Can't you just make your car look like an ambulance? I'm sure that's not ever been tried in a film.
I think Marcy and Lynn would have been the best Ghostbusters ever. Could you imagine them gunning down the road in the ecto-wagon? Oh, mate. Yeah. That would be so cool.
Oh, yeah. I've got that music in my head now.
It's there, isn't it? Earworm.
Yeah.
My work is
just
done.
Just a catchy little bass number, which I shall not repeat, obviously.
Yeah, my work here is done. Greetings from the Bass and Novi Sad. You guess which country it is? Eastern European? I don't know.
Rest Novi Sad.
Ukraine?
Eastern European somewhere.
Yeah. Poland, perhaps?
Hungary?
Yeah, let us know whether I'm warm or not. Sweden, says Panzer. Yeah, so here we go.
Yep, they're all off now.
Yeah.
No Googling. You can't just Google it and then try and look all smart.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
It says greetings, Edward Leonard. So I'm wondering then, is that Canada? Is it going to be one of those? You know, like, no, is Nova Scotia Canada? Is that up that way?
That's a good question. I'm not actually sure if Nova Scotia is Canada or not.
So I'm just wondering whether it could be that we're thinking that, and it could be somewhere like Canada. You should know. You're part Canadian.
And it says, no, it's not Sweden, but it's near Hungary.
Near Hungary.
I was going to say with the name like Hurricane.
Yeah.
It suggests a sort of Eastern European.
I thought it was a footballer.
Oh.
Harry Kane.
Muse got it right with Serbia. I see what we did there.
Good girl, Marcy. Well done.
Bet she Googled it.
Go to top of the class.
Bet she Googled it.
You can have that argument with Marcy, mate. You're on your own there, fella. You think I'm going down that road and saying that Marcy would have cheated? Yeah, you're on your own there, Foxter.
I'll wave that flag.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone says congrats, Moose. That's said out of fear.
Balls of steel.
I like peas.
Da, 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 da.
I got stuck in my chair.
In the canal. Got water in my flip-flop.
I don't like lifts. Water in my flip-flop, yeah.
I was in the lift, then it stopped lifting. I didn't like that. Got a leak in my flip-flop. Can you see me barnacles?
Getting people in from all over now. That's lovely, isn't it? Nice.
She's part Serb, and she says, Muse says, bet she's part Serb and you'd be correct, Princess. I thank you. Told you.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you call things out, they're true. Thank you, Muse.
Thank you, Muse.
And she says,
look at you.
She's steel.
Kiss
then she
ass.
says, steel, more like raisins.
Yeah. You're such a kiss ass, you are.
Not at all. I just
Don't
thought
forget, Festa. Tell H that I said that she's really lovely. Yeah.
I've never said that.
Oh, I've got that message you sent me on Messenger the other day when I was saying about on her way home, and she was like, yeah. What was it you said?
I didn't use those exact words.
Oh, for God's sake, you have to be picky, don't you?
Getting myself out of a corner.
Dear, oh dear, I don't know. Josh is in from Ryan's Damn Design saying hello.
Hey, Josh.
Hello, Josh. Hello, mate. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, God, I'm back on the roof liner again.
Some more and more of the Bluey car.
Yes, it never ends. It never ends.
How are you getting on tonight there? How have you actually got everything done there that you intended?
Well, I think I've done as much on the interior, like walls and carpets and shizzle, as I thought I was going to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to do too much on it because
You're not going to
most of it's not
see
going to be
it.
seen.
Yeah.
No, and it's very grainy, but then again, if you look at my car with its dashboard, it's got that kind of grainy texture to it.
Yeah.
But the thing I've succeeded in doing is, whilst doing the interior, is rub off a lot of the primer from the exterior. Hooray!
Yeah, well done.
And some of the plastic's peeling off. Hooray!
Did you key the plastic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I keyed the bejesus out of it, as you said.
Yeah. It took a lot of doing. Mine had the Dremel. Oh, the Dremel treatment on it.
I basically dissolved the whole thing in acid, and then
Yeah, Marcy says, laugh out loud. Absolutely. Proper fear, Marcy.
I'm afeard of nothing.
I am. Good man knows his limitations, mate.
Mm-hmm. You're afeard of only one thing, and you've got a caller in about half an hour.
I know. I know.
She's not
Bless
away
her.
this weekend, I take it.
No, she's not
No
this
cricket
weekend.
going on.
No, she had too many people on holiday this week, so
Yeah, right.
she couldn't go. Much to her annoyance.
She's like, it's my time away. Does she ever go up to Old Trafford, or is it just local?
No, she goes Old Trafford. All the test grounds she went to for the Ashes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she goes up to Old Trafford. She sees a lot of concerts in Manchester.
Hey, next time she goes to Old Trafford, she'll get to knock on and pop in for a cup of tea.
Do you think I'm going to let her go near your house with a cup of tea? Do you think I'm stupid? Nice try.
Just because I've got some spare memory sticks, there's nothing to consider, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nice try, mate. He's special.
She
Get her to come in for a cup of tea. It'll be, yeah, come and have a look at this video I've got on my phone.
That's a bit pervy. I wouldn't do things like that.
Yeah. Here's your hubby touching your microwave.
This all sounds really wrong.
Yeah, your old microwave, not the new one. I've got to go under my training and instructionary lesson.
Aha.
Yeah.
Your microwave certification.
Yeah, I'm undergoing training, and she says, take notes because questions will be asked.
Do you get a little certificate at the end?
I'm hoping so.
Or do you get a little patch for your little scout badge?
The problem is, once I've done it, if I then break this one, there's a whole world of pain, isn't there?
Yeah, there ain't no coming back from that one.
So, yeah. So part of me is, no biggie. And then the other part is, this could backfire badly on me. So,
yeah, once I've been given all the information I need not to screw it up, if I screw it up, I'm kind of screwed.
yeah. So I'm hoping that, I'm hoping I don't let myself down, put it that way. But this is me, mate, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Everybody else is hoping you do for the comedy, but other than that, we've all got your back.
Absolutely. Let's just grab that, and then I've got to stand up.
Yes. Please be upstanding.
Go. Cue the old man
The honourable
noises.
gentlemen's.
There you go, because I want to get jelly legs.
Jelly legs. Jelly legs. Right, let's paint this steering wheel. I shall need the wet palette of happiness.
Oh, yeah, that's about... That'll do.
Oh, you're making foams.
Just to give myself a rough idea of shapage, and I'll be able to cut that during the week on the foam cutter of foamy cutness.
Is that where it's got like a hot wire?
Yeah, I've got the table thing to cut all the foam with. And
I've always wanted one of them because it looks so mesmerising when it just goes silently cuts through. Oh.
so,
I watched Night Shift do it on his, and it's like,
yeah, same table.
it just looks like it's like having a wire cheese cutter.
Or
They always fascinate me.
as I call him, my mate Martin.
Friends.
Yeah, my friends.
Mate Martin.
He's
Yeah, I was
brilliant.
always fascinated by when I was a kid. For some reason, I always wished we had a wire cheese cutter. I don't know why. I was a strange child.
Well, I used to use the handheld one, but obviously it's great for zigzags. But yeah. So
If you're doing a cliff edge, it's great. Other than that,
yeah, but yeah, for anything else, Yeah, I thought, no, I'll get the table, but yeah, I can get a rough shape of what I want, and
you're a rough shape.
I'm made of rough shapes. Happy days. What's that?
We're all just primitives when you boil us down.
Oh, really? Oh, come on, bloody thing. Where's it
Your
gone?
chap falling over.
No, it keeps putting up this stupid bloody menu thing.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There you go.
Colin, good boy. I was just about to say stand up, says Lynn.
Absolutely. Let's have a looky, Lou.
Hurricane says, I recently uploaded my latest video of unboxing one Yugoslav jet that can take off and land on a grass field.
You go. Already subscribed to you, Hurricane. Yeah, don't forget, folks, in the chat, if you haven't subbed to each other, the little 3 dots next to people's names, just have a look, click on it, go to channel, and just give each other subscriptions, because it's sharing the love at the end of the day. It's what we do.
Yeah.
We all want to grow our channels.
Yeah.
And yes, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. Because it can knacker things up.
Yes.
Some people might not know, but yeah. Such are the things of YouTube.
Absolutely.
I ordered a set of 5 Artis Opus dry brushes today and a texture pad, says Edward Leonard. I keep meaning to try some of those.
Yeah.
They're big fluffy. I need to get, at the very least, some big fluffy makeup brushes, if not proper dry brushes.
Dry brushes, there.
Yeah. Dry brushes. I need to get myself some.
Get a set of 3.
Set of 3.
Yeah.
That'll do me nicely. Are they dead soft and everything?
Yeah, they are, mate.
Soft and floofy.
Very soft, very floofy.
Because they'd be fantastic for my kind of like blending, shading, post-shading, dry brushing.
Yeah. Yeah, they are worth it.
Yeah, I shall get some. Keep moving too. Right, where's my mixy brush?
Marcy's got the nautical theme boxes. Yeah, I've seen them, Marcy. Yeah.
What?
The brushes are in the nautical theme box. They come in wooden boxes.
Oh, right, okay. Ooh. Very nice. Yeah. I was completely confused by the boxes my broken toads came in. They totally confused me.
Oh, really?
I was like, it took me a second to figure out
saying that, I did see you wrestle for nearly half an hour trying to get the Bluey car out of its box. Yeah. So,
yeah.
How could you be confused by that? It's a sliding box.
The one I had, for some reason, was such a tight fit that it didn't actually just pop open. So I was like trying to... No, I was trying to open it. I was like, well, that doesn't give, and that doesn't give. So where's the opening
Bluey
bit?
car you had built, the wheels were tighter than everyone's else. The box you got for your broken toads, the one you got, was stiffer than everyone's else's.
No, it's just like that one. It was just like, you know, you look on a box and you just push it and you see where it opens. I didn't really want to rip the box up.
If that
I wanted to keep the box intact, but yeah,
go for
I wanted to keep the box intact because it was a nice box.
Oh, that is lame.
Not lame.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm a gentle soul.
Yeah.
Well, mine one was put together tougher than everyone else's. It was too stiff.
It was. It was just full of such awesomeness.
They give you a discount on the texture pad when you order the brushes. You got the Odyssey ones with the asteroids. Good for you, mate.
Ooh, asteroid.
But yeah, they are good brushes, mate.
How's that texture pad? Do you just like, is it washable or do you just rinse it off or something? Is it plastic or what is it?
Well, my one's 3D printed, but their texture pad, I don't know. I've not got one. So I've got my 3D printed one that I did. Texture palette.
You just wash it off when it gets gunky and
just prime it again. Job done.
Yeah, that's true.
Just build it up and build it up. And if it gets too thick, that'll it.
Oh, knocking things over. Sorry, Fox.
Oh dear.
I don't know why I'm painting the interior of this car blue, because my car interior is mostly grey, but that'd be really boring. If
Yeah, I mean, Artis Opus, Broken Toads, they're all sort of high-end brushes at the end of the day. I mean, I love my Broken Toads, I really do.
I
don't like them. I must admit, they are only ever bought out on very special occasions, but
Oh yeah.
certainly wouldn't put them in Agrax Earthshade or a metallic.
No.
I'd get hung by you and Cy Reynolds if I did that.
And your bank manager.
Yeah, but they're a nice brush.
Well,
Personal preference, isn't it?
It was interesting watching that interview with the guy from GW on the Painting Face channel, where he was saying whichever brushes you actually buy, there's only actually about 4 brush makers in the world that make most of the brushes you ever see. So
yeah,
they're probably all made by the same people. It's just different branding and but different specific
exactly.
brushes.
They're all that what's his name Sable stuff, aren't they? So
yeah, they're all handmade and it's fascinating.
Is it Kalinsky or whatever?
Kalinsky set, yeah,
something like that. You know me, mate. I will destroy the proper name of it. So
no, you're pretty spot on. Kalinsky Sable.
Well, there you go.
Although it remains to be seen how long they actually go on for, because of course at some point it's not going to be cool to use Kalinsky Sable anymore, or any kind of sable.
No, that's right. Yeah. Are they going to be a thing where you can't get them?
Yeah, possibly.
Cool, imagine the price gouging them, mate.
Thing is, artificial fibre brushes are getting very, very good now. So
yeah, I mean,
you still get rubbish ones, but there are some really good ones.
Yeah, I mean the toads weren't a bad deal, really, were they?
No,
so
they're great. I like them. I love them. I think
I do like them.
Are they sable or are they hair or are they?
They're sable. You can get the synthetic ones and you can get the sable ones. It depends on what your beliefs are, I suppose, doesn't it, as to which way you go.
Yeah.
I've got the sable ones. I thought, why not? It's just nice to have a high-end set of brushes, isn't it, at the end of the day?
It's nice to have a classy bit of brush.
And
yeah.
I like them.
I did. Go on.
No, I'm saying I like them. They're nice brushes.
Oh,
so.
I mean, I can't deny that my painting improved a millionfold just simply by getting those broken toe brushes. Not that they are specifically, I would say, like the best brush in the world, but they're light years ahead of my GW brushes, which I tended to use a lot.
It's personal preference, isn't it? We've all got our favourites.
I mean, I'm sure there are better brushes than the broken toes, but coming off the back of my layer brushes and my artificial layers, which are fine, but I found the broken toes to be just they behaved a bit more and they were more cooperative, and it just made me paint better.
For me, it's the fact that they can hold a nice bit of paint.
Yep.
And they don't lose their point.
Yeah, I mean that's the GW brushes are fine, like the layer brushes, but like the artificial layer, it doesn't hold a lot of paint. And interestingly, the artificial layer is simply a Winsor & Newton Series 7.
Yes.
That blew my mind because
a lot of people won't. A lot of people won't know that, but they are.
Yeah. People say, "Oh, you don't want the artificial. You want a
Winsor & Newton Series 7."
Series
it's
7.
Like, it's the same brush.
It is literally the same brush.
Yeah.
It's made by the same little old ladies in wherever it is.
Yeah. Rolled on the thighs of Grandma.
Oh,
Edward says, I have a shed load of Raphael brushes set aside. I am cheap and continue my first set, even though I've purchased 2 new sets. Yeah, I have my bread and butter beatbox brushes, so to speak, and then, like I say, the toads come out if I'm doing figures, faces, that sort of thing, you know. But
I just remembered, like, about 6 years ago, some American brush manufacturer, and I can't actually remember who they were, and I'd never heard of them.
Yeah.
They're not unknown, but anyway, they sent me a mail saying, "Hi, could we send you some sample brushes?" I'm like, okay. If you want to, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
So they sent me to them, and they weren't any good at all. They were terrible.
Oh dear.
They did actually ask me to really kind of.
They was free, mate.
Yeah. I think the idea was they said, you don't have to do a video in which one to send. I think they were just trying to get the word out, and it's like they were actually terrible.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, if you want to, it's fine.
Ross is in, saying hello to everyone. Hello, Ross. How you doing,
Ross.
mate? Nice to see you mate.
Hello, my friend.
Out of interest, Ross, is Marcus okay, mate? Not seen him about for a little while. Just worried about him, that's all, mate.
Did he not come in chat on Wednesday? I thought he did, didn't he?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No, I think he did, but I can't say for sure.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Ross will know because they hang out together, so.
Ah.
But no, just checking up because I haven't seen him for a little while. Just want to make sure he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to. I think with my dashes on the my dials on the dashboard, I don't know what to do with them.
I painted all of mine, and yeah, you can't see them.
No, I mean I'm going to paint the outsides in the same dark grey as the steering wheel bit, but
yeah,
I don't know whether to do the interior, just blop a load of white paint in there and leave it, or paint like silver and then a clear colour. But then dials are usually black or white, aren't they? So
yeah,
I could just paint them black inside them and.
Oh, right. Yeah, he said he's fine. He was on kits a bit. Yeah, just not seen him in the streams lately, mate. That was all. Just wondered whether he was all right or whether we had pissed him off. Just asking.
I might just do black.
And normally he comes in and says hello, but not seen him for a while. So I was only asking. Because we don't want to upset people. We love everybody. So.
I can't see how we'd upset Marcus anyway.
No, I know, but just like to ask.
Yeah, just making sure he's all right.
Connie says Marcus has been dealing with some computer issues thanks to a kitty cat. Oh, he's had kitty cat chewing the wires. Oh dear. Yeah, I used to have a bulldog that used to do that.
Oh, it actually did something.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything, but when he did do something, it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it meant literally him hanging his head out of his bed and just going around and chewing the main cable. Like,
I actually saw a picture the other day in a video. I can't remember where I saw it. It was basically a bulldog splooted on the ground, like literally legs sticking out to the side, splooted down flat on a bed of ice cubes.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought of was Gary. I thought, that's probably a Gary thing, that.
Oh, yeah.
Just splooting on this big pile of ice cubes. Oh, hello.
He was proper. Yeah. He was absolutely no use as a guard dog or anything like that.
I apologise if I keep knocking the camera, by the way.
Don't worry about that, mate.
It's the nonsense of the thing.
The cat pulled all the wires out the back of his computer. Oh, dear.
Ah.
Oh, I take it this cat is no longer with us. Who I did.
Yeah. Makes a great rug. Did you do Little Trump then?
No. No trumps have been done, dear. Yes, of course I'm sure.
Okay. Well, you must have been the thing squeaking across your cutting mat.
Yeah.
It was like that, you see.
No trumps have been done, dear.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but you never know. We don't know for sure.
I can assure you, no trumps have been done, Fox.
You might have ninjaed one out without telling us.
No, Fox, I haven't. Okay.
I fear the lady doth protesteth.
Yes, I do protest because you're full of it. Oh, yeah.
Really wish I could have taken this wheel out. Would have made painting a bit easier. Ninja says, well, he did say he has a new pair of slippers, lol.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Remarkably furry. Comfortable. Foam.
Oh. Yeah.
Foaminess. Have you had any rough ideas for what you're going to do on the base, or is it still just
I've got no idea yet, mate. I've literally just put a bit of foam under it to start, mate.
I don't know if you might have like a scene in mind or something.
Edward says, yeah, I heard it was a cat that's strew through it. Yeah, definitely, mate. Catastrophe. Yeah.
I see what he did there.
No, it's just going to be a small little shaped thing that's... I honestly don't know which way to go. A few rocks, few bits of detritus, nothing major, but...
Yeah.
I just think it needs to be sat on something.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why, it just does. Yeah, it could just be a bit of frog it's driving along, you know. It could be that and a few little bits of tufts and grass, you know. It could be a dirt track, anything. But
Or you could just get carried away completely and have an entire landscape.
no, I'm not going to go that mad because that'll take months, mate. And yeah.
You'd have grown bored of it by then.
Oh, no, I think people would have unsubscribed and, fired gunshots at me and all sorts. Yeah. Panzer Cat is off. See you later, Panzer, mate. You take care, geese. Let's pop that back out of the way. Lead Belcher.
Lead Belcher.
Do I get that down? I cannot be bothered. No, I'll do that during the week. Do all the cutting.
The best thing is I think I've actually got a little Ford decal that would fit right in the middle of the steering wheel.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think it would fit. I think it's from a Tamiya car kit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ford decal. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was from something. I don't know what it was. Oh, it's from the Ford Transit. That's what it's from.
Oh, the knackered old tranny.
Yeah, so it might fit. If I'm lucky, it'll fit just in the centre of the steering column. Like a real car.
Everyone's saying bye-bye to Panzer. Absolutely, mate.
I'll let them dry for a minute.
Yeah, you've got to say goodbye to Panzer. Where did I put that?
I think once I've got this interior done, the actual exterior is not going to take that long, and then stick the decals on. And
it's only a bit of Thunderbolt Blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember right. Blue. Same colour as what that is, isn't it? Thunderbolt Blue. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to get some water. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah. I've just stood back up at the moment, so I'm a little bit away from the microphone.
You're still audible, don't worry. Won't be a sec.
No worries, I'll do a bit of chat dollying in a minute. Is it a cup full of raggy somewhere? It is there. I think that's it. So have a look. Is there much left? Oh yeah, I've got enough. There you go. Got to do a raggy pendant.
Ooh. It's the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, it's the only thing to do, mate.
It is the correct way.
This is the Lynn Dipple raggy pennant.
Yep.
Especially for Lynn.
There you go, Lynn. Just for you.
Just for you.
Not for anybody else, but just for you.
Got to have a bit of raggy.
It's actually enshrined in law, I'm pretty sure.
It's the fact that I actually had people ask me if I could send them a bit of raggy. Yeah, and it was quite...
You could get a little side business going on there.
Yeah, it was quite sweet. It really was. It's like, oh, yeah, you know.
How did you make your fortune? I got some really crusty, gribby old rag and sold it to people.
Don't you insult raggy.
Well, no, because if raggy's obviously there's not enough left now. That's yours, but any future ones wouldn't be raggy.
We're now getting down to remnants of raggy.
Yeah,
but there is a raggy towel forming.
Oh,
so yeah.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! I found some more. Oh,
Raggy lives. Has it been breeding?
Dude, congealed raggy.
Oh, where's that come from? Where's that been hiding?
Oh man, that's been hiding just on top of my Dremel box. Look at that. That's proper.
Oh, that's proper crust.
Oh man,
that's prime raggy. That is.
Oh mate, Oh,
I can hear the.
I'm so happy because I've been getting down to fag ends out of that little cup.
I really wish I had a soundboard with the cash register number. Ching.
There you go. Lynn says,
Raggy is
thank you,
resurrected.
Cole, my own Raggy. You want a bit of Raggy, Lynn, don't you? I can see where this is going now.
Only thing is, though, I can't say that sending it outside the UK wouldn't pose a hazard.
Could you imagine trying to explain this? Lynn and Marcy and Edward will know. How the hell would I declare that on the CA? Is it the CA22 form that you do?
Yeah,
for
the customs forms. You'd be
customs
like,
form. What on earth would I say to American customs, excise and immigration or whatever? How would I explain what Raggy is to them?
It's bad enough when the guy at the post office counter says, what's in the box? And you go,
Could you imagine if they put it through a gas chromatograph mass spectrometer? What elements they would find on Raggy?
I think that would probably contravene an act of terrorism or a biohazard or something.
God, I said a science thing correctly then, didn't I?
I know, you did. You did, exactly. I think you might find some suited gentleman turning up at your doorstep asking questions.
Yeah, I've watched too many forensics programs, didn't I?
Do you think you might be extremely rendered?
Yeah. Yeah, I could just imagine that. Knock at the door. Right, we've got some men to see you here from the FBI. Okay. Yeah. You tried to send this thing to America that's been deemed hazardous material. Explain yourself. My mate Fox told me I could send it.
I think not.
Would be my answer. Marcy said, just be sure it's part of something else. Yeah, just wrap it up. Wrap it up securely in multiple layers of bubble wrap.
I'm not responsible for any biologicals that emerge from your den, thank you very much. That chain of evolution's on your shoulders, not mine.
Come on, Raggy, let go of Festa. There you go. You can do this.
It's clinging. It's clinging. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to go.
Well, super glue's been employed, see.
Well, yeah, that explains everything then.
Ah. Yeah.
One of these things.
There you go. It's even got now a piece of Festa print on it.
Yay. Damn, they can clone you now from that. You fool.
There you go. That is the official Lynn Dipple Raggy pennant.
There you go. Awesome. Claim to fame.
Are you happy now, Lynn? There it is. Your very own bit of Raggy.
They grow up so fast.
Yeah, but it's a bit of Raggy, isn't it? It's like Raggy. Oh,
I love the fact that everybody like just gets on board with Raggy and just loves it. It's like great.
Yeah, but Raggy's a legend, mate. Honestly, I dread to think what is. I mean, that's 6 years worth of washes, paints, and crud that are on that bad boy, and it does retain its shape really well.
I think if you ever did ship any of that abroad, you'd have to fill out an MSDS sheet for it somehow.
That would have to be triple vacuum bagged, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yep, and you have to pay someone to spend a few months, like you say, doing a gas chromatograph just to find out what needs to go on the MSDS sheet. I
think honestly, arrest warrants would be issued, wouldn't they?
And you did say gas chromatograph, didn't you?
Gas chromatograph mass spectrometer.
You did. You've been watching your
known in the forensics fields as a gas mag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been watching forensic stuff, haven't you?
Absolutely. I think Abby Suto out of NCIS called us Mr. Gasmec, I think, or something like that. Damn, I need to get out more.
Yeah.
I loved NCIS. I thought that was a great one. That CSI crime scene investigation. It's naval. I'm trying to think where it was set now. I don't think it was Washington. No.
Is it one of these that's got like 17 different spin-offs, or is that just CSI I'm thinking of?
NCIS was the original one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then you had NCIS wherever it was, you know what I mean? And, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Gibbs was brilliant. Edward says Abby is a cutie. Edward, Abby's Marilyn Monroe. Just saying.
Ooh.
You might want some alone time now, Edward. I understand that, mate. And don't forget, it's all about the calf pal.
About the what?
Calf pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to watch at least 17 seasons, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Major Mass Spec. Yeah, there you go. Cheers, Connie. Major Mass Spec. Yeah.
How many seasons are there of NCIS?
I think was it 19?
Jesus Christ.
Because I know Mark Harmon left the show and then it was continued. I don't know whether it's still going or not. That I don't know. But
wow, I
watched up until Gibbs left. Is where I got to.
I thought 15 seasons for Supernatural was good.
Yeah. Yes, Lynn, I did. Calf Pal was Dr. Pepper Love. It was. It was. I only watched up until Gibbs went because I wanted to know how he got the boat out the basement. You know what I'm saying? Because it bothered me. I did all the maths and everything. And yeah.
See, all these little random things out of context are quite fascinating. How he got the boat out of the basement, I'm like, wait, what?
Absolutely. Yeah, but this is how I feel when you start rambling on about Bluey. Because I ain't seen it, have I?
I don't ramble on about Bluey that much. In that way.
Hold up a minute.
I don't sit there telling you, like, blow by blow from every episode. I might mention something occasionally.
Occasionally, yeah. God, yeah. In the chat, everyone's nodding, going, yeah, Fox, you do. Yes, Paulie Perrette, wasn't it, played Abby, the actress, had a degree in forensics. Yes, you are correct. Yes, very good. I thought Abby's character was brilliant. I really did. I thought that was perfect because there was just enough goth stroke nerdism about her for it to work. And it, yeah, for me, it just, yeah.
Goth stroke nerdism.
Oh, yeah. Abby was, swing on at her, mate. There may have been, how can we say, alone time.
Did she require a swing license?
Oh, proper swing on at her, mate. Proper party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Lynn says, I haven't seen the last 3 seasons. No spoilers. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, my love. But I have only seen up until where Gibbs goes, so, yeah. And that's, yeah. The fart in Hippo. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, I love that Hippo. I wish I could get one. Mind you, I haven't got one. Whoa, handbrake. Applied.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Dive. Eject.
Oh, I got myself out of that, didn't I?
You did that. Oh, it was quite impressive, that, mate. You just hit that eject button.
Jeez, that could have gone so badly wrong for me, couldn't it?
Pull up, ground.
I couldn't.
What?
Marcy says she was my fave. No, I got away with that. Yeah, Marcy says she was my fave. I thought she was a brilliant character. I really did. They got that right. Yeah. Yeah. Like anything, when certain characters gel and work together, it makes the whole series, doesn't it?
Is it the one with the red-headed guy that puts the glasses on? Napoleon, what's it?
No.
Or is that CSI?
That's CSI, that is. That's CSI Miami, that is. With David Caruso, I think, plays that one. Horatio, I can't think of his surname.
Horatio surname, man.
Yeah.
No, and I was never into those. I always found them a bit. I was like,
Yeah, I like CSI Crime Scene Investigation, but yeah, I watched a few CSI Miamis, but I couldn't really get into it. I watched a bit of New York. I think that was Gary Sinise. I don't know whether I've pronounced his name correctly, but
because I tried a few of the CSIs, but that was right after I'd finished watching Bones for the first time and The West Wing, and I was really on like a good ensemble cast program kick, and I didn't gel with the cast of CSI at all.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't care about these guys.
Absolutely loved Bones. Horatio Kane. Thank you, Connie.
Kane, that's it. Yeah, Bones is the best, man.
You'll learn, Connie, as you get to know me, I am useless with names. And I will mispronounce anything because I'm useless at language as well.
You are useless at names, aren't you, Dave? I mean, Carl, I mean, John. You see what I did there? Yeah, Bones, man.
Oh, yeah, I love that show.
I think the reason I couldn't take things like CSI seriously because I came off the back of Bones, which was light-hearted, and I'm like, yeah, this is all kind of like.
I think the whole thing, King of the Lab and everything. I loved everything about that show.
It's the characters make that show.
Yeah, Farting Hippo on Amazon. Yeah, I've seen that, Lynn. I very nearly said something else, didn't I? But I got myself out of it. But. Do you know you can actually get a replica cup of Calf Pal, where you can get the proper Calf Pal cup? Then there you go. So you could sit there at home with your Labtex coat on, with your farting hippo doing impressions of Abby, Lynn. You'd be in your element, love.
I saw someone I thought on Amazon a while ago you could buy like official like Jeffersonian lab coats.
Yeah, you can get the credentials as well for Temperance Brennan and both.
Yeah. I think I got a load of the swipe sound on my phone as a text message.
I've got 24 CTU ringtone, haven't I?
Yep.
Because Jack Bauer, damn it.
Jack Bauer. Right. I think that's as much as I can be bothered doing on the interior.
Yeah, God, Fox.
I think I've given up the will to live now on it, to be honest.
You're losing the will to live. Is it becoming Stomper-esque?
The interior was a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I just need to tidy that one little bit up there that's being a bit vexatious.
Oh, good word.
It's a good word, isn't it?
Vexatious.
It vexes me.
Vexatious. I like that word.
I can't tell if it's where paint's chipped off or where it's just that I've splashed some paint on it. It's where paint's chipped off. Oh, where I've splashed paint. Okay.
Is it laughing at you?
No, I've just got to try and figure out what hell colour I used for the highlights. I think it was Andrew Dust, actually.
Yeah, the farting.
Just got to touch in some grey. I think I've splobbed some grey paint on it.
Farting hippo of Abby. Yeah.
Farting hippo.
Yeah, my missus, she loves NCIS. She's midway through watching it at the moment. Yeah. Because she used to catch it when I was watching it. She's like, what is this show? And I said, NCIS, I'll bookmark it for you. So she started watching it now. And yeah, she's a proper convert. She likes a bit of Gibbs, bless her. And Dinoso, another great character, Tony Dinoso. Yeah. I'm going to have to start watching it all over again now.
I remember when I was younger being like really hooked on Law and Order, the original Law and Order.
I've never seen it. It's one of those shows I keep wanting to watch and I never get round to.
Well, I remember the original one because that was like in the late 80s, early 90s. And it was that kind of thing that you'd sit and watch on whatever evening before I went to bed the next day. So I watched it with Mum and Dad. And then in later years I watched... Is it
similar to what... Because there was a rip-off one in the UK, wasn't there, with Bradley Walsh, Law and Order UK?
That was Law and Order UK. It was it's a bit like the CSI thing. There's like 17 different series.
Yeah.
Because there's like Law and Order, then Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and Law and Order.
That's right. I was about to say all of that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's an official one, that one. I don't think I watched that.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yes. But get out of bed.
What's she, Harry? Oh yeah, I'll give her until 1:45. So it's on snooze.
Yes. Yeah, I used to like the Law and Order that had Vincent D'Onofrio. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Special Victims Unit, but it was only really for the fact of the way he played the character as this really weird kind of strangely, slightly trippy character he played.
Oh right, yeah.
In the same way Columbo always played the fool.
Yeah, yeah.
To trap the criminals. The character Vincent D'Onofrio, he kind of plays this weird, creepy character, and you always think is slightly unhinged.
Oh
but
right,
I never decided if it was deliberate or a way to dislodge the.
So he took the Maverick cop role, to that level then.
Well, he'd sit there and he'd be interviewing someone, but he'd walk around behind them, and because he's like about 18 foot tall, he'd just stand behind them and then lean forward really far down and put his face right in theirs and have this really quiet voice.
Really?
And he'd talk really quietly and do very minimal, and he'd do things with his hands, and it'd be it's very weird. It was a very strange character, and I just adored it. It was that's a really nice way to do it. Little cock of his head when he was that doesn't make any sense. I think it was SVU. I think is that the one that had Ice Cube in it? Might have been Ice Cube, Ice T. I don't know who it is. The rapper type person. I'm not aware of such things.
Don't know.
Right, I need to super glue that roof bit back on, don't I? Gosh darn it. Bop bop dee bop.
They get all the good programs. Hill Street Blues, do you remember that?
Yep. Oh, I watched through that about 10 years ago. It appeared on Channel 4 playback thing, and I suffered through Channel 4's playback thing for a bit.
I've just seen that for donkeys. I used to like a bit of Kojak and all.
Yeah.
I used to love a bit of that.
I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, so watching it all back was wow, I don't remember any of this, but I do remember some of it.
Is Kojak one of those that has aged well? Because sometimes you remember a programme. I did it recently. I watched a couple of the pilot episodes of early season 1 of Starsky and Hutch. Now, as a kid, it was the best thing since sliced bread, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I watched it back, and it's kind of not really aged very well, was it? And I wondered, because obviously Kojak, Policewoman, programs like that I remember.
Yeah.
But part of me would love to rewatch them, but I would hate to rewatch Kojak and it not to be as good as I remembered it. You know what I mean?
I think you should do just as an experiment.
Because I was a bit disappointed with Starsky and Hutch. It's I used to love that program, and I sat watching it, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I
remember, and this is an admission. When I was a kid, it used to be on every. I think it was like a Sunday.
Yeah.
We'd sit down and watch Cagney and Lacey.
Oh, Sharon Gless and Tom Daly, wasn't it?
I was totally into Cagney and Lacey as a young lad. As watching it, it was there'd be Hill Street Blues on a Friday night, and then you'd watch Cagney and Lacey on the Sunday before I went to it. And then I think it was before I went to bed, we watched Moonlighting, because that was great at the time.
Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis, yeah.
Yep. And I just wondered, I sometimes wonder if, I've not gone back and watched it, but I wonder if
am I wrong, right, for having a bit of a thing for Sharon Gless's husky voice?
No, not at all.
It was a little bit, as a young schoolboy, it was a little bit MILF. No. It was a little bit MILF, wasn't it?
No, you're not wrong, because she was the hot one, and Ty Daly was the frumpy housewife type character with the mother of many children.
And it was
Sharon
Sharon
Gless and all her multifarious sweaters.
Yeah, can you just shout, book him again? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nervously trying to brush the rust on this windscreen surround now without it. Yeah.
And all I can remember about Cagney and Lacey was her husband was always doing fighting with the union because he was a builder or something.
That was it. Yeah.
He was always having union woes, and it was like, That's all they remember is their husband having, and every time it pops up in something, it's like, oh yeah, he was having fights with the unions about his work.
Where's my husband? He's at a Teamsters meeting or something like that.
Yeah.
And there he'd be like,
He was always battling with the unions.
that damn management won't give me the pay rise. Don't know what accent that was, by the way, but it was nothing like anything from calculating.
Their management did. I went to Bottom Pit and they said, we're American,
that was
we
a
don't have pits.
bit of everything there, but not 1 ounce of American anywhere.
It was something, but not American.
Yeah, you know when Fox always says to me, folks, have a go at doing this accent, and I resist. Now you know why.
Yeah. It is the order of things.
It was bad, wasn't it? I'm surprised how many American shows were available at the time, says Edward. Yeah, but they were cult TV shows back then, and ours weren't as good. You know what I mean?
No, it was back in the days when like American TV shows were still considered cool because our TV was boring and their TV was cool and glamorous.
You had Kojak. We had, what was it? Oh, God, I just remembered it as well. Dixon and Doc Green, that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had boring stuff.
Yeah, you had all the classy stuff like the streets of San Francisco with Cole Malden. Yeah. We had the Gentle Touch with Jill Gascoigne. This wasn't the same.
No.
Let's see. She was a bit of a MILF and all, wasn't she, Jill Gascoigne? She had those real sexy eyes, didn't she?
Don't actually know who she is.
Oh, right. Oh, mate.
I may need to be educated on this.
Google her, mate. Whoa, sophisticated MILF. Wing.
Sophisticated.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm gluing my back seat in now.
Yeah, stop thinking of your crushes of the 70s, Colin, and get on with your painting.
That's it, my back seat's in. I can never take this body shell off ever again.
Oh, I'm proud of you, soldier. Can I just observe this moment?
I made the decision, that one of those decisions that you instantly regret probably about 5 minutes later when you think, crap, I forgot about this.
Are you going for an official closing of the roof, or is that too soon?
No, because I'll need to put the figure in there
Right.
before I do that. And I don't know how I'm going to get him in yet, so...
Through the windscreen?
No, because I need to get him behind the wheel.
Of course you do.
I mean, I know, but I'm not sure how I'm going to fix him in place. It may be a big fat dollop of white PVA glue to keep him in place. I can jam his ear in the top of the roof, but I don't want to blow my piece of CA glue because his contact with the seat will actually be quite minimal. So I think a big dot of PVA.
Ain't got no hot glue or anything like that. A bit of white tack, blue tack, something like that. White tack, blue tack, any tack. Yeah.
Yeah, what? Rabbit.
Yeah,
what,
no
rabbit,
white
rabbit.
tack, no VAT. No, wrong show.
Yeah, whatever I do, it needs to be permanent, but...
Liv says, wish I could get some of the old shows on DVD. Yeah, I think you can get programs like Kojak and stuff like that, but...
A lot of it's on streaming now.
Yeah, I'd love to re-watch it, but I don't want to undo my fond memories of the TV show. And it was just Telly Savalas, his character. It's a bit like, what's his chops? Yul and his Brenner in The King and I. You know that real prominent role that these actors get once in a lifetime. And I think him and Savalas, been bald, probably a bald thing, because, you know, I do look like a snooker ball, so, yeah.
8 ball. Can I call you 8 ball from now, or cue ball? Do you prefer 8 ball or cue ball? I'll call you cue ball.
Call me cue ball, that'll do, mate. Like I said to you before, mate, I'm Mr. Potato Head's body double. I don't mind this.
Right, there we go. That is the interior. Very basic, very simple.
Yeah. Edward says, love telling you. I do. I think they were such brilliant actors.
Get out of bed.
Yeah. They were. Telly Savalas and Yul Brenner. It's my Ellen's favourite movie is The King and I.
The King and I.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies, that and The Wizard of Oz are movies that I just go into an angry fit and storm out the room when they go. I don't know why.
Oh,
if The Wizard of Oz comes on, I have to leave the room in just a fury and an anger. I don't know why.
I'm embarrassed to admit that I've never actually sat and watched all the way through The King and I, because H is normally a swooning heap of loveness when Yul Brenner's on. So I leave her to have a Yule time.
Do you have to do a quick sharp harp?
Yeah. You know, I was going to go out and buy a pair of the old MC Hammer Bloomers, but I just wouldn't be able to be the same, would I? You know what I mean? You know, it looked like a sack of spuds with a rope round the middle, so, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Edward says, when he said about surprised how many American shows were available at the time, he says, so it wasn't the real thing, you guys were talking moonlighting and such. I just thought that you saw them at the time. We actually saw them about 6 months after they were in the States. Things like moonlighting, because moonlighting was big. The BBC spent the money. BBC lashed out.
The series would show in America, and once the last episode had aired in the States, normally the following week, episode 1 of that season would air in the UK. So we was only ever one season behind. Yeah. But yeah, once it aired in America, they would air it in Europe so that you didn't get people spoiling it for each other, so to speak. But
yeah, but that was those big series like that, like things like Dallas and Dynasty and
Police Woman.
Moonlighting, because Moonlighting was massive at the
Bruce
time.
Willis and Sybil Shepherd, it was huge over here. It
Absolutely.
was.
I actually watched a clip of an episode the other day and I was like, wow, I forgot all about that.
It was insane, the clamour for American detective shows was phenomenal, because our TV stations back then, literally you had sort of British police shows were an old bloke on a push bike. Good morning, love. How's it going? You know, someone stole a duck or something like that. And then these American shows hit, and it was totally new to the British audience. And because the TV companies got all the feedback, they started going out and buying up all these American crime series, and great for us.
If you think about it, mid to late 80s, or throughout the 80s, the only British crime shows that were actually going were things like The Bill.
Yeah, The Bill. Yeah.
Which was a soap opera, really. The Bill, which is awesome, and you should watch every episode. We had things like Bergerac and...
Yeah.
What's that other one? Bergerac and the other one of that ilk.
Oh, not Inspector Morse.
No, that was 90s.
Yeah.
Well, we had Bergerac. Not Lovejoy's, not a cop show. But yeah, we had literally like not much. We had The Bill, Bergerac.
You had the Miss Marple stuff, didn't we, and things like that. But Shoestring, we had that, didn't we? Shoestring.
Yeah. Was that late 70s though? Or was that
late 70s, early 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but they were just like detective things. They weren't it wasn't the same. We had The Bill. The nearest cop procedural we had was The Bill, and that was awesome, but not
Reg Ollis. God.
It didn't compare to like Hill Street Blues at the time.
Well, look at how popular Hill Street Blues was. I mean, NYPD Blue, was it? Was that another one we had from America?
That was, I think, about 7 or 8 years after, wasn't it, Hill Street Blues? Yeah. Because that was one of his many cop series.
NYPD Blue, I remember that one.
But I mean, the Hill Street Blues was massive over here, and it was at the same time as St. Elsewhere, which was enormously huge.
I don't remember watching St. Elsewhere, but I've heard of it, but I don't remember watching it.
Yeah, I was into that. It was weird because we got in the UK, it was all the glitz and glamour of the American stars, you see. So to us, it was exotic TV, all the hospital dramas or the cop dramas,
we
or
loved
the police
it.
procedurals.
Street to San Francisco, Rockford Files.
Rockford Files in the 70s, yeah.
Petrocelli, remember that? Bloke,
don't remember that one.
Building the house next to his motorhome.
Don't remember that one.
What was the other one? Ironside. We used to have that, didn't we?
I think that was more 60s and early 70s.
Late 60s, early 70s, wasn't it? Ironside.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we had a paucity of good English police, a lack of a paucity of good English police procedurals. Because we just had the British police weren't exciting at that point.
Still ain't really, are they? I mean, come on, we've had some crummy police shows, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Juliet Bravo, do you remember that? That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. I used to like Juliet Bravo. I used to like a lot of weird shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, I worry about you, mate.
Juliet Bravo was all right. I actually stumbled across a scene from Juliet Bravo the other week on YouTube, and it was a clip. And basically, the entire clip is two kids go into a shop, like a newsagent shop, and they're giving the shop owner some stick, and he's obviously a really hard done to shop owner that everybody takes, his kids take the mickey out of him, and they steal some sweets. They steal a load of sweets, and they run out the door, and there's the police officer saying, "Oh yeah, we just bought them. Yeah. Okay, well, let's go back in the shop and check." And he takes them back in the shop, and the guy's like, "No, they didn't. They stole them."
Yeah.
All right, let's take them down. And that was it. That was the entire crime. That was like a good 10 minutes. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Ross is saying the bill. Yeah, brilliant, wasn't it? The bill.
I spent a couple of years watching as many of the episodes as I could. About 4 or 5 years ago.
I think the last episode of the bill I watched was, I think, Burnside went.
Yeah, that's late 90s, that.
Yeah, and I stopped watching it after that because I used to like the dynamic with Burnside and his lot. And then you had the lot that had the issue with Monroe, was it? One of the characters, one of the bosses?
Sergeant Monroe.
Yeah, and they used to try to wind him up, didn't they, all the time? And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd watched the whole archive of it, and it starts in 1983. Yeah. And I was just chewing my way through it for a long time.
Yeah, I can remember watching the first episodes, yeah.
Yeah, but I got to about 2002.
Yeah.
And it just became a soap opera. And I'm like, oh, I've lost interest in that, because it's all young, pretty characters, actors. And I'm like, oh, and there's all people sleeping with each other. And,
started getting a bit PC as well, didn't it? Excuse the pun, but yeah,
I didn't notice that. I didn't get past about 2000. It just turned into a soap opera. I'm like, no, it's just boring now. But before that, characters like Jack Meadows, Derek Conway.
Well, the characters used to have a bit of grit to them, didn't they? And then and then suddenly it just become
I've got a great clip of video on my PC, and it's Jack Meadows and Derek Conway sat in a pub, and they're both drunk, and they're both kind of lamenting the fact that they're old and it's not really an old man's game anymore. Yeah, and it's only about 2 minutes long, but it's so funny.
I'm just going to mute and ring H, mate.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad then, said Edward. There's a lot wrong with you, Fox, says Muse. 2 points. 1, why? What have I said? And 2, you've just noticed now. There's a lot wrong with me. You've always known there's a lot wrong with me. Right, I need to get some schmutz off my glasses because I can't see. I've got a big dot of something in my glasses, right in my field of vision. We had a gardener man's turn up today because the gardens are all very overgrown, the back garden. The gardener man's came along, and I had to explain to him how he can only tidy up the front half of our back garden. You can't go past a certain spot because that's where the foxes live. That's being left wild now. He's like, yeah, but it's such a big garden. Shame to leave all that. I said, no, because then we leave it wild. And that's where you get all the insects and the butterflies and the foxes can live. I said, leaving it wild, it's nature. And he went, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I said to him, all the gardens around here are like grass and nothing else. Half of them aren't even real grass. I said, there's nothing for the wildlife, so I'd rather leave half of our garden overgrown and chaotic.
We've got a third of ours down the end there that is left natural.
Yeah. He was saying, because I was just saying how I said this half of the garden at the back, just leave it. And he went, it's a shame to leave such a big garden. I said, it's the wildlife.
Yeah.
Nothing else around here gives them anything. There's a few trees here and there, but all the gardens are pristine and manicured. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, we've got our food composter down there, and you get your little critters sniffing around and that, and
do you ever get like a little slow worm or something?
Yeah, we get hedgehogs in and all sorts, mate, and it's brilliant because you could hear them all scurrying around at night, and
yeah. I found a slow worm in the garden once. It was so cool. I'd never seen one before. I've never seen any of our native snakes, but and then I was there in the garden, this little thing appeared pootling across the grass. I'm like, oh, it's a slow worm, because it wasn't an adder. I know what an adder looks like. And I guess it's either a grass snake or a slow worm, and it's very small. So I picked it up because it's either a grass snake or a slow worm. And it was like in my hand doing that, and I was like, oh, it's so adorable.
Oh, mate, it's nice in a way because, like I say, like nature moves in, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's just nice, isn't it?
Well, the fact that the foxes and Linda's actually asked how the foxes are doing. I haven't seen him for about a week, but that's normal. I don't think they actually live in our garden. Or if they do, they live at the back.
Yeah, they come and probably rest there, don't they, and get a good night's kip or something, you know. But
they like to sit in this patch just where the middle of the garden is, where it gets the sun. They like to sit there.
Yeah, we got
taking pictures of them.
We get the little hedgehogs in there, you know. We just see them about. And, yeah, it's just nice, isn't it?
Little hedgehog. Yeah,
you know, they do us no harm. We do them no harm. They got somewhere to curl up and have a kip without getting pestered. So
yeah. And some people say, "Oh yeah, we shouldn't encourage the foxes because they kill cats." It's like, well, that's fine because cats kill all the birds.
Yeah, it's nature in it. At the end of the day, dog eat dog, in it, so to speak.
Yeah, cats are the worst thing you can. If you want to encourage nature, having a cat is the worst idea because it'll just kill everything. So, I don't know if we've got any hedgehogs. I've not seen them for a while. You sometimes see them snuffling about, but so this garden
we
is going to
often hear them scurrying.
Yeah, you sometimes hear them in our little bush. They're making little snuffling noises because it's Rudy's time, and they're like dead loud. Good God, when it's breeding time for hedgehogs, you know it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what is that noise? Open the window, and this. I'm like, I went outside, and it's like, oh, it's the
yeah. Just leave them to it. Mm.
Then again, if I was covered in that many spines, I'd probably be making a lot of noise.
Oh yeah, the logistics.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've got I think a little gardener man's coming next week, I think, to do a big tidy up first, and then he'll look after the lawns for us. But I'm just hoping that when he comes to do it every couple of weeks, it's not going to put the foxes off, because he's going to leave that end of the garden completely wild and not touch it.
They should be all right.
Yeah, hopefully they'll just get used to him, because they're kind of adorable. They're really big.
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Yeah, but they're not disturbed.
Happy days. So. Are we going to wrap up for the night, being that it's nearly 3 a.m?
Yeah, if you want to. That's fine by me.
Yeah, I need to go and sit in the comfy chair because, I
need to go and, I don't know, drink more water.
Yes, I've got to cut that bit of foam during the week and have a root around and see what bits I've got laying around, and then I'll start building something to fix it to. Well, I say fix it to for its stando.
What have you got left to do on your actual truck? Anything? Weathering, lots of things, anything, or are you done?
Yeah, no, a little bit more rusting in a few places, but nothing major. Itty bitty stuff. Well, because I've put stuff on it already, I want it to dry. And then I can go over it then with some enamels and some pigments and bits like that. So nothing major.
You need everything on it to harden to the same hardness level as raggy, don't you, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
They have to accommodate into the same format.
It's one of those, isn't it? You know what the paint's like on these. You know, if you keep handling them, you start knocking everything off. And
look at that.
So luckily, it's had a matte varnish. So
all that's come off tonight.
Yeah, hopefully it should be protected. But
yeah, I mean, once I've got the wheels on mine and stuff, and I can just shut the roof, then I'm not having to bang it around so much. So.
Yeah, that's it. You know, but no, a little bit of enamels to go on there, a few bits of pigment, but nothing major. But I kind of need to just start thinking about what it's going to sit on, so I can then blend everything. You know, got to think of its environment. It's no good doing desert dust on it if you're then doing wet mud.
Yeah, that would be a bit silly, wouldn't it?
Because it's kind of defeated the object, isn't it?
Well, I think I finished the interior on mine. So it's only very simple. It's just all dry brushing, so it doesn't really come out on camera, but it just looks a bit less flat. And when the roof goes on, you won't see most of it anyway, but it's there. It just looks a bit more patchy and flat. It looks a bit grubby and grimy, which is fine because my car is a bit of a tip.
You're looking forward to doing the outside now.
Yeah, I know I'm going to do the outside will be nice and fun. It'll be dead simple. I do need to put a Ford decal on the steering wheel, but that's the point. I need to do that first. I need to make sure when I do the outside, I don't get any of the outside paint on the inside bits, because that would be annoying. I've got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
And then so that's literally Rust Effects, dry brush the blue on top, like Colin's done on his, and then decals, and then a little bit weathering, and done.
Absolutely.
So I don't think I've got too much longer to do. A few more shows, maybe.
Yeah, it's not much. Like I say, I reckon probably on that time I've cut it and put some stuff on. Probably a couple of shows and mine will be done. But take as long as you need on yours, mate. You know, at the end of the day.
Yes. And once I've done that, I'll move on to something else. I've got lots and lots of Steel Legion dudes I need to paint. So
yes, absolutely.
Mm.
Oh yes.
Lindipple says rattle or have a triangle shaped head. Oh, because Edward says, meanwhile in America, don't pick up any snakes unless you know what it is, especially if it makes a noise.
Oh really?
Yeah, we've only got 3 in the UK. We've got slow worms, which are actually a form of lizard.
Mm.
They just look like little snakes. We've got grass snakes, which are harmless and just brown, I think, or green. And we've got adders, which have that diamond pattern on the back. So
That's right, yeah.
I think there's only 3 we've got, I think.
That's all I can think of, yeah.
Apart from the mysterious 45-foot man-swallowing pythons that we...
Yeah, we had some unscrupulous pet owners in the past that had released boas and things like that, hadn't they? Yeah. But they don't survive in the UK.
No, they don't survive the winter, at least.
So, yeah, they don't normally survive. And 9 times out of 10, when they are found, they're given sort of reptile houses anyway, so...
Oh, yeah.
But, no, we don't get... A newt's still a thing over here. Do you remember going newting down the newting ponds when you was a kid?
Yeah, they're still endangered. I think because we've got a little pond, and I found a little lizard on the path once. I don't think it was a newt, and I think we've seen a newt in the pond once or twice over the years, but not very often.
Yeah, you don't hear of them now, do you?
No, well, I think they're still endangered. So.
Yeah, they are protected, aren't they? So, yeah.
And we've got a big, massive pond at the end of our avenue, but there's some in there.
Marcy says, stupid humans. Yeah, tell us about it, Marcy.
Yeah, although, having said that, there's also a heron that likes to land in that pond at the back of the end of the street, so probably haven't got any newts left there at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw the heron in our pond. Our pond's like 3 foot square, and this heron landed in the middle of it, and it's bigger than the house. I'm like, yeah, we can't have any more fish left.
When he had his big fish pond, he used to have fake herons around it, in the long light, and I used to say to him, what's the point of that? He said, honestly, mate, he said, when you get some of your coin nicked by an heron, he said, yeah, you resort to this.
It's like, I'd never seen anything like it. How big a heron? I'd just never seen a heron before, and it's like, there's a dinosaur in the pond. What?
Yeah. Honestly, it's like a bleeding great pelican comes down from nowhere, doesn't it? It's like, what's that all about?
There was it sat on our roof once, and it just looked like, it was just massive. I'm like, holy cow, those things are big.
Oh, yeah. That's why most people in the UK, they have the meshes over their ponds, because it's like,
Yeah, because the herons come in and...
Well,
herons which don't normally live in urban areas, but as soon as you have a few ponds, they're in like that, in like Flynn.
A determined heron will get through that, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It'll be like, you like to think, do you?
Yeah.
Herons are cool, says Muse.
Yeah. Yeah, they have had many a good fish from a fish pond over here. But yeah. Anyway, folks.
Yes.
Carry on, mate. Go on.
I was going to say everything that isn't human is cool.
Yeah,
apart from viruses.
We aren't a particularly sensible bunch, are we? Let's be honest.
Nah.
Yeah, without getting all Greta Thunberg even, but yeah, it's...
Yeah,
We've really not done ourselves proud, have we, as a race?
Human review 1 out of 10 would not eat there again. No.
Yeah, it's... yeah, we really need to... Yeah. But anyway, that's a whole different topic.
Yes.
Right, folks, we're going to love and leave you and let you get on the rest of your night. Don't forget, I'll be back on Sunday at 2 p.m. for the At the Bench with the gang, and we'll be doing a bit of gallery. Have you got anything lined up, dude? It's E-Models Monday, isn't it?
E-Models Monday, yeah. It's my what's in store. I'll try and join you on Sunday if I can, as always, depending on my wolf. But other than that, no, nothing lined up. I've got lots of videos to do for E-Models.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing Baneblade on Wednesday, folks.
Baneblade on Wednesday, yes.
So we'll love and leave you there and let you get on. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us 2 idiots and keeping us company. We'll see you on the next one, folks. All right. Bye for now. Bye.
Adios, amigos. Bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.